Your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now. Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Nobody take no cornbread from me.
Jesus Christ, can you guys hear me out there? Is this thing working? Testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Such a delay. Such a delay. Okay. We good with that? Let's make sure we can hear this bastard. Let's make sure we can hear this thing play. Hold on. Let's see.
What's the latest?
Right. Well, the latest is that Senator Cornyn looks like he is going to be getting a 4th term. This was a race that people have been watching.
Okay. There we go. Okay, guys. All right, guys. How you doing? Shut up. Fine. I'll tell you, man, I'm about to fire my staff. How you doing, guys? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. As you know, today is Election Day. And that's what we're covering. We want to find out who's going to win this thing. And I want to be able to bring you some results. What's happening? It's this PBS. that we're connected to at the moment. And yeah, this is the Tim Black Show. I'm your host. And we're going to do the best we can to give coverage, and we're also going to open up phone lines. Our phone number you call into is 319-527-6212. Gosh, we should put that up on the screen, shouldn't we? If everything's good to go, and let me check on YouTube, make sure my YouTube people can hear the show. Let's do that first. Then we'll put a phone number up for anybody who doesn't have it. And then we'll check, yeah, we'll do that. So YouTube, what's up, people? Hey, John, how you doing? Shadow, what's up? Leo 9, Ricky Jones, Ricardo, Michael, David, Hermanius. I see Wolfpack members in the house. Lisa, what's up, Lisa? Hermanius, what's going on, Wolfpack? How y'all doing? Hey, what's up, Lookout? Good to have you. Black Governor, Kidda, what's up? Mark Meadows, they got me. Okay, let's check on Facebook real quick. Then we'll put the phone number up, okay? Here we go, Facebook. Okay, Facebook, you guys okay? Come on, Johnson. No sound, man. That's old. Video froze up. I don't have anything. Nothing I can do about that. Good sound. Thank you, Amy. Ryan Batista, how you doing, Rowdy? Caitlin, how you doing? That's on your end if it's froze. It's not froze on our system. That's why you got to be careful when you check comments. People have individual problems, and they think it's everyone. Rita, what's up? Yeah, it's all good, Natalie. There we go. Good. Okay. As you know, my computer's about to break because we're going early tonight, It ain't used to this. My computer used to coming in around midnight. What's up, Tommy? What's up, Uli? What's up, Nigel and James? Good to have you, Jay. What's happening? All right. Okay. So now, let's see what we got. Let's see if we can put together a phone line listing real quick. What would we use that for? Let's do this. Damn, I don't got my keyboard. We need to put a phone line up real quick, guys. We're early. We'll give updates on the race. Updates on the race are forthcoming. Let's see what we can do here. Let's go to. Now let's use Photoshop. All right. Real quick. So what's happening, guys? Everybody, anybody got any news on the election? News on the elections is what we're talking about tonight. Election news. We got some updates. Updates on some states. Got some updates on the happenings. Come on now. I just realized we have no phone number. I'm using different software in order to bring you the broadcast. Matter of fact, while I'm doing this, least I could do is play the broadcast, right? Let's see. That's the purpose, Tim. Here goes your man Donald Trump talking.
Amy Coney Barrett.
The president, Jeff, ended up appointing 3 justices to the Supreme Court and more than 200 judges to the federal bench during his first term. How many conservatives are focusing on that today and saying, that's our guy, give him 4 more years?
I think for many conservatives, this is the singular achievement of the Trump administration. It was his promise to appoint conservative judges that got, for instance, the evangelical community solidly behind him after the Access Hollywood tape in 2016. Mitch McConnell's obsession, driving force in the Senate, has been to put as many conservative judges on the federal bench as possible, and he has succeeded. And I think for a lot of people, when they're saying, well, should I vote a second term for Trump? This is the conservative promise that he has fulfilled.
How has Vice President Biden handled the question about the ideological balance on the court? And here I'm talking about questions about court packing.
Well, the fact that this process happened so close to the election, after 4 years ago, The Republicans refused to even hold hearings for Merrick Garland a year before Obama's term was out, has really galvanized particularly the progressive side of the Democratic Party. They want payback. And if that includes expanding the size of the Supreme Court, I think that's something they're going to call for. The problem is, first of all, Biden in the past has said he's against court packing, and he's going to need a Democratic Senate to do it. And he's going to need a Democratic Senate with enough of a majority to make up for the fact that there are some Democrats who are opposed to court packing. So it has been an issue that Biden has essentially deflected during the campaign because, frankly, he doesn't want to commit himself one way or the other. Steph?
Yep, and watching those close Senate races tonight as well. Jeff Greenfield, thank you.
Okay, I think we can kill that now. Kill that noise now. Here goes the phone number, guys. We got that to put up on the screen here. Let's see what we got. Oh. There we go. Okay, guys, we're all good to go now. Lindsey Graham, just got those results on Lindsey Graham here. Okay. All right, people. You guys are ready? Be ready. Drama, baby. Drama. Wow. Okay, I got my coffee. Everybody got their beverage of choice ready to go. We're going to talk about the elections. We're going to cover the elections. We're going to use comment section. We're going to use phone lines are now open. We're going to use PBS to update us on states as they come in. And there we go. We good to go. That makes sense, everybody? What's up, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope? How y'all doing? All right. So projections say that Lindsey Graham retains his seat. Is that what it's saying? Or is that what's happening there? What's the conversation here?
It's good, right. Clearly, it's a much closer race than Lindsey Graham has ever had in a general election. And you know, this was one that when the Supreme Court opening happened, I think there were a lot of Republicans that thought, you know, this may give Lindsey Graham the boost that he needs, especially with some of those wavering Republicans. You know, a lot of Republicans in that state, not big fans of Lindsey Graham for his past work on immigration reform. So they never had sort of forgotten about that. But his relationship with President Trump and then, of course, shepherding through another Supreme Court justice may have been the difference there.
He got a great deal of attention. I want to show everybody what numbers we have coming in from that Senate race as I turn to Lisa Desjardins, who covers Capitol Hill for us, knows Senator Graham, has covered him
is a South Carolina reporter. That's where I cut my political teeth.
It's from South Carolina. So, Lisa, a lot of people are speculating that to the extent Lindsey Graham was in a close race, chairing that Judiciary Committee during the Amy Coney Barrett hearings may have been a help to him.
It may have been, especially in that state. And I think it's not for the most obvious reasons where you think he got a lot of publicity, that kind of thing. Speaking to Republicans who are involved in the Senate battle, they think what helped is he aligned himself more closely with President Trump. And he was someone who is seen as saving a major Trump goal, a major Trump appointee, getting that through. Because what we've seen in the last couple of weeks, at least in polling, both public and not public, when you talk to sources in the Graham race, is Senator Graham lagged behind President Trump for a few weeks there in South Carolina. That's when Democrats were getting very hopeful. Right. But he seemed to catch up, and he seemed to be sort of on the same wavelength with President Trump as far as his numbers went in South Carolina. Those Republicans going for Trump got all the way on board with Lindsey Graham. That seemed to be happening, and that looks like why the AP has called this race right now.
That's right, and again, it's 3 hours after the polls closed in South Carolina, so it wasn't a slam dunk. Could we show those numbers again on the South Carolina Senate race? There we go. This is with 37% of the expected vote in. Lindsey Graham with 55% of the vote, but the AP saying, Amna, I'm coming to you on this because you're the one who's been looking at how the AP makes these.
All right, Wolfpack, how y'all doing? We just got some preliminary numbers there. We got some states running, and we got information here about a couple of races. I don't know who's surprised about this, okay? Lindsey Graham looks like he's safe. So all of the talk, all of the momentum, all of the money that Jamie Harrison raised in South Carolina, it gave Lindsey Graham a little harder road to go, but it didn't stop Lindsey Graham from retaining his seat. There we go, yeah, retaining his seat. So that happened, and I'm not surprised that happened. Anybody surprised that happened? No, not really. Jamie Harrison, what can I say? I mean, I don't think that Jamie Harrison was the most progressive candidate they could have put out. And that's what I don't think they're getting. I don't think the Democrats get it at all. That it's not just that we just want progressives to win or run because it'd be fun. We don't think, we don't just want them to run because it'll be fun. We want them to run because they offer a sharp contrast between the Republicans, typically. Oh, guaranteed if they're truly progressive, right? So that's the thing they don't get. It's like, it's not just for bragging rights. It's to freaking win. So what the Democrats continue to do is they put up people like Jamie Harrison, who was actually probably more progressive than a lot of other people they put out, right? And then they wonder why they lose. And that's why I think that's why we question the sincerity that the Democrats really want to win this time. These races that they say they want to win. Right? So also, another update, Mitch McConnell in Kentucky. Now, I was pulling for Booker, right? We were pulling for Booker. We thought Booker, once again, Booker presented a stark contrast between himself and Mitch McConnell. And what happened? Well, the Democratic Party got behind Amy McGrath. And what did Amy McGrath do? She went and got her clock cleaned. Because it's not that stark a difference. The policies aren't radically different. And all you're doing is kind of running off the hate that the people may have, or this saying they may have for Mitch McConnell, but that's really not enough difference in policy. I think a night and day difference in policy helps a lot. People get to make a firm decision. Kansas, Donald Trump takes Kansas. Right? Donald Trump takes Kansas. Okay. Jesus Christ. What we got in the comment section? Anybody putting up any super chats in the comments there? I have to tell you guys. Pennsylvania. Uh-oh. You think Florida. Uh-oh. Okay, I thought people were telling me that Biden was up. Everyone was telling me Biden was up. This is not up. This is not. Trump will take Florida. Look at this. 91% of precincts reporting. Let's see what they're saying, guys.
You think specifically with Cuban voters is going to be enough to make up for the gains that Biden has been able to make in some of these other swing areas in the state?
Yeah, and what I don't see from looking at this is what areas are still at. It looks like a $380,000 person gap there if I'm looking at it. Right, a little under 400,000 votes separating them, but we will see. Let's look at some of the other states where we are not able to, there is no call yet. In the state of Georgia, with 53% of the expected vote, President Trump holding his own. This is a Peach State. It's a state he won, but narrowly in 2016 by just 5 points. Joe Biden has made an effort there. It's not a state that he has to win in order to win the White House, but it looks like with 53% of the vote, AP not prepared to call it.
Yeah, and as we heard, the Fulton County issue is going to be significant. Fulton County, of course, Atlanta, that's where Joe Biden would be expected to do particularly well. So if they are delayed in reporting those results or they don't report them until tomorrow, it's hard to see how you'll be able to call Georgia.
At any time soon.
Yeah.
All right, I think we have numbers from North Carolina. This is another race watching.
Wow.
Look at that. With 88% of the expected vote in, President Trump and Joe Biden each with 49%. We knew this was going down to the wire. It looks like the president is ahead by a little less than 3,000 votes out of more than 5 million cast. That's a small margin. So we'll watch, and I don't have information. Amy, maybe you do on where the votes are
what
coming
it's still
from.
out. No.
But that's with most of the vote in, but still a critical percent, 12% still out. Lone Star State, Texas. This is a state that's gone Republican for a long time, with 69% of the expected vote in. The president's leading, but by 3%. In 51% to 48%. I'm looking at the margin in 2016. The president picked it up then by 9 percentage points. So this is tighter. This is closer. Democrats have worked really hard, Amy, to get out their vote.
Well, what's interesting, what's driving it too, is not so much the presidential campaigns. Both of those candidates not spending much money there, but it's the down ballot candidates. Congressional races, there's a big race on for control for the state house. That is also driving a lot of the spending. And so it's that unique situation where, most down ballot candidates are desperate for the presidential candidate to come in and spend money. Instead, it's kind of coming from the ground up.
That may be a state where.
Okay, guys, just want to listen. I want to look at this. Michigan. Okay, Michigan, guys. So there are 5 states that we were watching, and the outside states. So 5 states: Arizona, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. You guys with me? Just making sure my volume's good here. So 5 states: Arizona. There we go. 5 states once again: Arizona, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. Those are 5 names, 5 states you need to remember. Michigan's an extra. Okay, so they're already pretty sure that Trump was going to take Michigan. Okay, but it's only 32% in, so I don't know what that means, because that could change. That could change, I guess. I don't know, but I think pretty resoundingly. Like I don't know, man. Who would have done better in Michigan? Would Bernie have done better in Michigan? We know he won Michigan versus Hillary Clinton, right? Oh boy, here we go, guys. Here we go now. You would have think all the talk that we heard coming up to this thing about how well Biden was doing. Now that we get here, this is why I say we can't trust the polls. Look at Wisconsin. That's the other one. So there's 7 states that are really a part of the battleground states or swing type states that kind of could have go either way. Wisconsin and Trump's leading in both of those. Wisconsin and Michigan. Those are two pivotal states. They're not part of the Big 5, but they're right outside the Big 5. John Cornyn. Okay. Yep. I don't know what people like. See, once again, guys, here we are. This is what we're at. This is where we're at, guys. Roger says, watch the makeup of your state legislature, guys, for the redraw of the congressional district lines next year based on this year's census. Miss S says they lie too much. These polls shake my head. Leo says I feel nauseous. Biden's being annihilated. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Now, Alabama, we already know, right? By Doug. Black women gave Doug a seat, and they took it away with Johnson. What did Doug Jones do, man? Didn't Doug Jones really disappoint like early and he did some things? Okay, guys. Okay. So here we go, guys. Hey, look, we're watching the tail of the tape. I feel a little disconnected from it. Right? Oh my God, to be on Twitter right now, that would be something. That would be something, because right now, they're losing their collective minds out there. Oh, the blue check marks. I got a blue check mark, but I got it back when it was easier to get it. And I didn't get it because I worked at a big company. So it's different. They got theirs because, so I'm not a part of the group. You can have a check mark and not be cool with the in crowd, not be with the in crowd. You can get lucky. I got lucky because I had you guys, okay? Right? I had you guys. So I know they're losing their shit right now because they can't believe that Donald Trump is wiping the floor with Biden in a lot of places. And we kept saying, they don't listen. We kept saying. See, this is the thing, guys. My conservatives on Facebook, that's where most of my conservative people hang out, Facebook. Look, guys, when we say we love Bernie Sanders, when we say we want more radical policy, at least you then get to make a real choice, okay? The Democratic Party doesn't want you to have to make a real choice because they, by and large, like Trump's policies, right? They, by and large, agree with him, but they don't agree with his mouth. They don't agree with his flaming, divisive racial shit, right? That he's willing to use and to tell cops to hit people's heads on top of cars when he puts them in the car. When police arrest people, to brutalize people. but by and large, they like him on war. They wish he went to war more. They like him on that stuff. Obama made the tax cuts, Bush's tax cut permanent for rich people when he came in. That's what Obama did. So, and this is why we keep saying, like, we wanted a radically different, something major difference. We want a little bit of shift. We want a whole lot of shift. And what that does is people have to make a decision. A hard decision. And they have to say, damn, do I really want to shake it up or want to stay basically where we are with these people that we already know? Like Biden and Hillary, too similar, man. It's a stinker from the beginning. Democrats, it took you to form Voltron to stop Bernie. What made you think you had people behind you? You basically had to fucking cheat in order to push Biden through. Right? Are we keeping it real here, guys? They had to cheat. They had to rig the Democratic primary, get Buttigieg to pretend he won. What was it, Iowa? He pretended he won Iowa or something. Remember that? Lie, right? Hey, everybody's still Bernie's policies. You think that was a coincidence that everybody said, I'm for Medicare for all too. I'm for Medicare for all kinda. I'm for Medicare for all who want it. Like, come on, guys. This is all Democratic Party hijinks. And then, oh no, look what happens. The people really aren't behind them. And what happens? Look at it. You see it now. And we're going to have people jumping off buildings. Oh, you thought Trump telling people to drink bleach was bad? People are going to literally drink bleach now, Johnson. They're going to really drink bleach. Oh, I know they're going to be crying. Oh, they're going to blame black men, black women, squirrels, the solar eclipse. No, they're going to blame everything except themselves. They're not going to go back and say, why'd we get Biden to begin with? He couldn't fill a PTA room. He could not fill a cup. He could not fill a high school auditorium. How'd you get this guy? It's because you wanted him. See, this is the thing. You can cheat a guy like Bernie. You can cheat him, but you know what? You can't cheat everybody, and you can't convince all the voters to be excited, right? You can't convince everybody to give a damn about Biden. That's what you can't do. You can make Elizabeth Warren stay in a race. You can make that happen. You can make Elizabeth Warren stay in the race, promise her stuff. Hey, Elizabeth, look, we'll give you this, Elizabeth. Come on, Elizabeth. You can do that. And she'll do it. Okay. Doggone it. I'm going to stay in the race. I'm going to keep fighting. Okay. You can let that happen. People buy into it. They bought into it. She could siphon votes and hurt Bernie in key states. But what you cannot do is make people be excited about Biden. You can't make people be excited about a person. You can't make people want to come out. You can't make the country want Biden. just because you want him. And you didn't really want him. You guys were all lined up. Kamala, all of them were lined up to destroy Biden. Until Barack Obama got on the phone and made the phone calls. Started making promises and making deals behind the scenes. That's when things shifted. So here we go, guys. We got 7 places. Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Texas, Michigan, Wisconsin. You guys want to hear this? You guys want to hear this? I don't know what they're saying. Look at the red on the board. Look at the red on the board. Do we need to play it? Look at the red. You know what they're going to do, right? They're going to make this my fault. They're going to make all that independent media. Those damn Russians. So it's all, I find it amazing, guys. It's amazing. It's amazing. Let me go in my comment section, see what I got, man. I'm sure I got people talking, yelling at me. Tim. Let's see. Thank you, Silly Boo. Appreciate you. Foxy Rosalina. Love from Italy. Thank you, Foxy. Todd, only place for me to be tonight. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Todd. I did my best to make this happen. We want to be here. I want to be here with you guys. Thank you, the Vinyl Evangelist. Independent media is where it says. Yes, it is. Because a lot of people are broadcasting tonight, but are they saying anything? I look. I'm not telling you not to watch them. God bless them. God bless David Pakman. I look over, and I'm like, wow, I look over and I'm impressed. 7,000 people are watching David Pakman tell them the same thing they can hear on CNN. I don't know why they watch it, but they enjoy his mayonnaise demeanor. Look, I understand. I'm a hard pill to swallow. I know I'm a hard pill to swallow. I'm for different, like if you're like people who like Tim Black, like Dave Chappelle, people who like David Pakman, like Jeff Mulvaney. What you gonna do? Right? People who like Tim Black, like George Carlin. He kept it real, man. He didn't spare feelings. He let the chips fall where they may. He made a list of people that should be killed. Does that sound like a David Pakman thing? No. I'm not saying I'm George Carlin, but I'm closer to it. So I get it. And I'm not hating. I hope, I look at him and I say, I would hope to one day we could grow the Wolfpack to be that strong and that big and that influential, right? Here's my thing, guys. There are other places you could be, but what are they saying? What is Roland Martin saying right now? Nothing. He's complaining that he's throwing black men under the bus right now, talking about probably, I'm just guessing, guys, right now, they're throwing black men under the bus saying if it wasn't for these black guys, they're still in jail. That's what they get for being there. Right now, I bet you, folks, I'm telling you, they're throwing it all against the wall because, God forbid, they picked the wrong fucking horse. God forbid they went with the wrong guy. God forbid they threw us under the bus again and lost again. And instead of saying, we want to win, let's listen to these younger people, let's listen to the bright minds, let's listen to what the energy is, they're going to say, no, you should listen to us. And it's your fault you're not listening to us. We're the grown people. Right? Come on. Am I wrong, guys? Am I wrong? Come on, man. Come on, Johnson. Joe Famous. The soul of the nation, what the hell is that about? It's about nothing. Who the hell talks like that? The guy is stuck in the 50s. And then they wonder why the people didn't come out. Under a pandemic. They're wondering why people don't come. They're not even going to blame the pandemic. They're going to blame me, Johnson. They're going to blame Lil Wayne and Ice Cube and Kanye West. They're never going to look eternally. When Trump blames, here goes the thing. Why is it that when Trump blames China, everybody loses their shit, but the Democrats blamed Russia for 4 years? I repeat, why is it that when Trump blames China, everyone loses their shit. But when the Democrats blame Russia for 4 years, no one bats an eye. I'm just saying, guys. It's ironic. Both are wrong, right? Both are wrong. What's this guy talking about? I have no idea, Johnson. I have no idea. Marijuana now legal in New Jersey. Woo! Who said that? Maker of things. My maker of things, Johnson. Johnson, maker of things, Johnson. Finding something positive. I love it. Did DC legalize quaaludes? Or, not quaaludes. Mushrooms. That was what was up, man. That's on the ballot. Kevin Pedidra said somebody's got to get blamed. Somebody's going to get blamed, Johnson. Come on now. What are they talking about? I'm not going to play. I'm going to look and see what they're talking about. What are they talking about? South Carolina. Trump's beating Biden in South Carolina. Goodness gracious, guys. Chris Coons, what are you talking about, Chris? What an unfortunate last name. All right, so back to this. So that's all I'm saying, guys. We're keeping it 100, right? I'm keeping it 100. Let's go to 562. I got a phone call in the queue. Let's take a call. 562, I hope you're there. Hope you can hear me through the phone. 562. You've been hanging out. Thank you for let's check it out. 562, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, Tim Black? This is your boy Mar from California, man. Actually, I'm not gonna say much because I'm really trying to listen. I've made my point clear on previous calls. I'm not in it on this presidential election. My votes are local, but of course, I have an interest. I do want to find out, but yeah. neither candidate has really has made their pitch what they're going to do for people, for working class people. The Trumpsters on one side, a lot of the wants and a lot of the needs overlap, and we're caught up on two racists, basically. So anyway, that's all, bro. Keep doing what you do, and peace, Wolfpack. And I'm just gonna you can pass me on, and I'm just gonna listen.
That's
Peace.
it, brother. Thank you, Marvin, for calling in from California, man. Good to hear from you. Marvin's like, look, he's not excited about it. Okay? You can't fabricate excitement. So yeah, you can rob a candidate like Bernie. You can push through Biden. You can get people to fall out the race and drop out, catch the Holy Ghost. You can get people to do a Fred Sanford. Oh, I'm coming to join you, Elizabeth, to drop out, right? But what you can't do is make Marvin be excited. Because Marvin is not being paid by you, okay? And you're not offering Marvin anything. Get it? See what I'm saying? Like, so the Democrats, they can rig it only to a certain point. Right? Only to a certain point. So what's happening now? Roosters are coming home to roost, man. And I'm not saying I want it this way. There's a lot of digging out of the hole we're going to have to do if Trump wins. But look at what's happening. Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Texas, and South Carolina. Wisconsin, Michigan. Tell me where I'm wrong, guys. Correct me when I'm wrong. Let me know your point of view. Right? Let me know your point of view, guys. All right. I got my little list here, checking it twice. Let's go to 214 real quick. 214. 214, you live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hey, what's up, Tim? Hey, it's Kelvin, man.
All right.
Oh, thank you for taking my call. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. What's on your mind, Kelvin?
No, I was just, man, first and foremost, man, I appreciate your coverage, man. I love the show. Always watching, subscribing, man. I really appreciate your commentary.
My brother.
But as far as this election, man, this is this is crazy. Like, I agree, man. When I say I agree with you 1,000% on all your points, I know you're not trying to be that dude, you know, like bashing DNC. They deserve this, man. And as bad as I didn't want Trump to win, like the last caller was saying, like I couldn't even get behind Biden, bro. Period. Like you could say I was just like disgusted by how they did Bernie. You know what I'm saying? Twice. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, it's the roosters coming home, bro. To roost. And so they got to deal with this, and we got to deal with this as a country. You know what I mean? Like, I got a daughter right now, just for to go to high school, and I'm like, she got to graduate under this mess. You know what I'm saying? For the next 4 years from how it's looking. And I worry about my kids, and I worry about you know my quality of life and stuff like that as far as the racist part goes in the society. But it's like they wasn't offering nothing to, I'm 35, man. Black man, I drive trucks. They weren't offering nothing, man. I ain't never been to jail, never got a ticket. So I don't care about criminal justice reform. I went to truck driving school, so I didn't go to a HBCU. That don't matter to me. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So, it's kind of hilarious. It's kind of hilarious, bro, like in a crazy way watching. It's like they haven't realized it yet on MSNBC and CNN. It's like it still hasn't clicked yet. Like, bro, this is probably going to be a landslide, but y'all deserve this. And I'm going to hang up and keep listening, but I would love to hear you say that. We know Joe, Jim Clyburn, man. That's crazy. That's what did this, bro. Jim Clyburn in South Carolina, they did this, man. But appreciate your channel, man. I love it. Love the Wolf Pack, and I'm gonna keep listening, man. I'll keep supporting you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kelvin. What state are you in, Kelvin?
I'm in Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, man. I love it, man. Texas representing. Thank you, Kelvin. Texas, man. Look, man. Look. So you heard it, right? You heard it, right? So I just want this to be clear, man. But Kelvin, so I know Marvin's out of California because he's been calling in for about 5-6 years now, right? Kelvin, new to the show, kinda, I guess. I think I talked to him a couple times. But check this out, guys. These guys, different ends of the country, and they sound very similar, right? What can the Democrats just why come they can't change? Like if you have a business and it's not turning a profit, you change the model. But they are turning a profit, Johnson. See, they don't want to win the Super Bowl. Not if it means they gotta make less money. Not if their bosses aren't happy. We're supposed to be the bosses. And they have their folks go on corporate media and talk to us like we're employees. It's not Kelvin's job or Marvin's job to get Joe Biden elected. It's both Joe Biden's job to get Marvin and Kelvin to be excited about him so he can earn their vote. That's what's supposed to happen. That's what should happen. That should be the way this works. The Democrats had this shit totally twisted. They have this backwards, guys. It's backwards. They believe that it's up to us to make them win, to help them win. And when they're the ones that are there to serve us. Trump is all. If you can't beat Trump, it's because you're not offering people anything. Look, guys, I'm not saying it's over, but it's looking bad, guys. I'm not saying they've lost yet. I'm not clairvoyant. Clairvoyant. I'm not clairvoyant. I can't tell yet, but I'm telling you right now that we got some places we're looking at. Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Texas. South Carolina, North Carolina, baby. Kelvin said, Tim, please say it. Go ahead and use it. I know Joe. And Joe knows us. Clyburn. I saw Clyburn on Charlemagne the God, The Breakfast Club. I just saw it. Clyburn, you did this to us, brother. You gave us Biden. You helped do this. You didn't do it by yourself. He didn't do it by himself. What this guy's talking about? North Carolina. 91%. It's kind of tight. 91%. Kind of tight, guys. That's what I'm saying. The whole system of power, the whole power structure in the Democratic Party, the fundamental operating procedure, the way they do business, where black people got to be happy that they want black people to be so happy that they have a party that's not going to call them niggas. I'm just keeping it real, guys. The fact that they got a party that doesn't call them niggas, and women should be happy that they got a party that lets them decide to do what they want to do with their own bodies, that they should just vote for anybody they put up. Whether you're happy about it or not, whether you're excited about it or not. Isn't that what they do? The Democratic Party's whole platform is, we're not Republicans. Their whole thing is, we're not the other guys. And that's just not enough. When are they going to realize it's not enough, Johnson? What does it take to realize it? And when are they going to say, okay, time to stop shooting the messenger? I'm a messenger. You're a messenger. Marvin's a messenger. Kelvin's a messenger. We're all messengers. The Wolf Pack are a bunch of messengers. That's all we are, guys. We have a message. We're telling them loud and clear what's wrong. Give us candidates we can get excited about. We want real fundamental change. We want it from the rooter to the tutor, from the holler to the hooter, from the holler to the parlor, to the hood to the holler. It's about the almighty dollar. New Hampshire? I don't know. What's happening in New Hampshire? Pennsylvania? Look at it. Pennsylvania, 53-44, guys. Let's go here for a second, guys. Let's go here for a second.
Biden is leading President Trump 55% to 44%. Now, that is in Maricopa County, which, as I've been saying, Judy, is where most of Arizona's population lives. Also, that competitive Senate race here, where Democrats are hoping to flip another Senate seat. Democrat Mark Kelly, again, in these early results from Maricopa County, is leading Senator Martha McSally 55% to 44%. Now, I should caveat this. That is with about 1.4 million votes tabulated. There are about 248,000 ballots that Maricopa County still has to count. And the reason I mention that is because Donald Trump beat Hillary Clinton in Maricopa County by about 44,000 votes. So those votes do matter. But again, with 70% of the state in, Maricopa County seems to be strongly leaning toward the Democrat Vice President Biden. I will also say that we're looking at some of the exit polling, those AP VoteCast surveys, and looking into those, and that also looks like an opportunity for Democrats. Women, for example, favored Trump in the exit polls 54% to 44%. Another group I like to look at here in Arizona is the retirees. big retirement community here, Judy, and older voters were split. They handed Trump a big win in 2016 in Arizona, but in the AP exit polling, they were largely split between Biden and Trump. And finally, as you mentioned, the Latino vote. When the AP looked at the Latino voters in Arizona, they were looking at Mexican Americans because Mexicans make up about 80% of the Latino voters here, and they also account for about a quarter of all of Arizona's eligible voters. And in the exit polls, Mexican Americans went for Biden 67% to 31%, again, in Maricopa County, which is where the vast majority of Arizona voters are. Now, the other county we'll be watching for results from soon is Pima County, but Pima County, which is the other big block of voters in Arizona, that includes Tucson, and that is the one county that Hillary Clinton won solidly in 2016. Mark Kelly feels so confident tonight that he has already planned an event tonight in Tucson.
Very, very interesting, all of what you were saying. If that is a pickup for the Democrats, for Joe Biden, that is significant. That's 11 electoral votes in Arizona. Of course, it's early. The state has not been called yet, but what you're saying about the county around Phoenix, Maricopa County, and what you're telling us about Pima, all of that very, very important. I want to talk about that with Amy Walter in just a minute. But right now, I want us to hear from our Dan Bush, who's in Philadelphia, looking at what's happening in the state of Pennsylvania. Dan, we're hearing it's just going to take a while for some of these votes to be counted.
That's right, Judy. A record number of mail-in and absentee ballots cast here in Pennsylvania, as in many other states around the country. So we are not going to have a clear picture of results until well after midnight. Yesterday, the Biden campaign cautioned on a call with reporters they didn't expect a clear picture in Pennsylvania until after 1:30 p.m. But so far, Judy, things from an election security standpoint are going relatively smoothly. The Secretary of State, Kathy Boockvar, came out a little while ago here, and she said things are going remarkably smoothly. She said very few instances of voter intimidation here in Philadelphia. A lot of businesses in this downtown area have boarded up, anticipating protests. Officials closed down some roads. There have been some helicopters hovering overnight, but I did not see any issues at polling sites I was at. I have not heard of any issues. And another thing to keep an eye on here is this issue of voter fraud. This has been something that President Trump has been talking about now for months, claiming that mail-in voting leads to fraud. But officials on the ground here all day long have been saying that that is just not the case. That's not what they see. Republican officials, Judy, I just spoke with a Republican in charge of a very large county in central Pennsylvania, a Republican stronghold, who said, quote, none whatsoever, none voter fraud that she saw whatsoever. She said things are going for them very smoothly. They're getting through counting the absentee ballots that they've gotten in so far, and they haven't had any problem.
What did I miss? What did I miss, guys? Coffee's still too hot. What did I miss, guys? What they got going on that I missed? Let's see what we got. What did they say? What did they say that's different? Not bad, guys. Got the Tim coffee. I do. Huh? Jack shit. My bad. I thought they would be giving you updates. I'm thinking they're going to give updates. I could go up, refresh my coffee, get my, liquids together, use the facilities. What happened to Mr. Electable Biden? A DD hater. Lisa Freeman, you know you don't have coffee. I do. Oh, and look, if I had anything other than coffee, you know, Johnson. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, look, I know they are I know they are crying their eyes out right now on Twitter. Let me tell you something, guys. Who's this guy? Carlos Jimenez? I don't even know this guy. Good gracious. Huh? I got a hole in my lip. All right. Hey, look, guys, it's not that It's not that I wanted this outcome. Let's get it straight. Let's get it straight, Wolfpack. Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. This is not the outcome I wanted. In fact, first of all, we don't know what the outcome is. It's not over. But this very close race, this is not what I wanted. This is what the Democrats wanted. You chose them, Democrats. You chose Joe Biden. I didn't vote for Joe Biden. All right? This was your guy, right? This was your guy. So whatever happens, it's on you, Democratic Party, not on black voters, not on Latino voters, Hispanic voters, not on young people, not on Asians. It's on the Democratic Party because that's their party. They make the rules. They choose whoever they want as their nominee. They play backroom deals. They cut deals and they barter and they do all types of stuff behind the scenes to get who they want. Okay? That's what happened. And they got the guy or gal they wanted. They got the attorney general, the prosecutor as the running mate, Kamala Harris. They got what they wanted, right? They got the K-Hive, right? They got Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe. They got Joe Biden. They got him. I don't want to hear none of you damn rappers who are all kissing the butt of the Democratic Party, going on Instagram, talking about what black people didn't do. Talk about what black people didn't do. Oh, I got a couple facts I want to give you guys, okay? Because I'm tired of hearing the crap. Donald Trump got 8% of the black vote in 2016. 8%, not 18%. 8, okay? John McCain got more than that. You bastards. Why didn't you talk about the black vote coming out for John McCain? John McCain got more black voters than Donald Trump. Also, Mitt Romney got 6%. There's always going to be a certain amount of people that vote, black people that vote Republican, but it's always the least amount in the country. Black people vote Republican the least amount of any other group. For some reason, we're always the group that they blame when they lose. They don't blame us. They don't give us props when they win and build their platform around us, but they blame us when they lose. What kind of abusive relationship is this shit? What kind of abusive relationship is this? And all of you rappers and entertainers that are fomenting it and bolstering it and supporting this lame-ass argument, you ain't nothing but a bunch of abuser enablers. That's what the hell you are. So, I'm tired of it, guys. Have I made myself clear? We're just talking facts. I've been talking facts, man. These are numbers. Look them up. So, whatever happens here, I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy. Who's this guy? Whoever this white guy is right here. Ask him. He'll tell you. He'll tell you. You know, the Democratic Party got the guy they wanted. They wanted Joe Biden. They got behind him. Beto O'Rourke endorsed him. Andrew Yang endorsed him. Even Bernie endorsed him. They got their guy. Bernie campaigned harder for Joe Biden than Joe Biden campaigned for Joe Biden. Did you hear me? And look at the result. Because I thought that Joe was supposed to kill it. I thought that Joe was supposed to kill it, guys. This ain't killing it. Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Texas, South Carolina, Michigan, Wisconsin. That's not killing it. He's getting killed. They're about to do a chalk outline around Delaware right now. around Scranton right now if things don't change real quick. I wonder what my friend TYT is saying right now. Now, they were smarter. They didn't go all in this time that they did with Hillary. Maybe Cenk learned a thing or two. Maybe Cenk learned a thing or two. Huh? Did he learn something? He didn't want to be a meme this year, did he? Not another year being a meme. Him and Anna. And I'm not knocking, I'm not just causing division amongst the progressive, blah, blah. Man, I'm talking. I don't have a teleprompter. I don't even have a person with me. I'm just talking. I have no filter. I don't mean no harm, but I have no filter. We're going to tell the truth. And all I'm saying is, don't be a meme this year, Johnson. You don't want to end up being a meme. God, I wish George Carlin was still here. A list of people we need to kill. I love it. All right, I'm going to go to the next phone call, man. Pick up another phone call out the queue. Who's chilling at, who's this at 267? 267, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Norm Kerner.
Norm, what's on your mind? Where you calling from,
you hear
Norm?
Me?
Yeah, Norm, where you calling from?
Philly, brother.
Philly,
brother.
I love it. I'm
calling. Yeah.
Talk to me.
Once again, right? We tried to tell them. We tried to warn them, but they didn't listen, did they? Right? Rigging it against Bernie again. That was a bad move.
Yep.
Bad move. And, even on Twitter, we were ratioing Nate Silver, telling him he was all wrong. He didn't listen. He was in his elite bubble with them DNC crew. They didn't listen to anybody. We were telling him, we were bombarding his Twitter page, and they never listened to us. And then they run up this old man, this hack. Joe Biden never did it. He never had one piece of progressive legislation in his whole life. Name one. It was only Obama that redeemed him. He was washed up. He was nobody. He lost every primary he ever ran on because he plagiarized everybody under the sun. Right? And they run him up here and they guilt trip us, left punch us. And like you said, Bernie's out there working harder than any of them. Any of them, he's working harder and they're left punching him. Because he knows that Trump is a menace to all of us. But still, I wouldn't be carrying. My working class self be like, fuck you. Excuse my language. I'd be like, no way. I ain't carrying your water. No, man. I'm sorry. Now this is it's not surprising. I'm not even surprised. I wish I could say I was surprised. You know what I mean? I tried telling my peeps. I tried telling my union peeps, who were following the AFT, carrying Biden's water. And then they pick Harris. What did she bring to the ticket? Huh? How'd that work out? And Ana Navarro. How can you pick Ana Navarro? Right? Bernie built a whole team that's killing it in Arizona today. That's Bernie's work in Arizona. The Latino vote coming out in Arizona is Bernie's work. Did they bring anybody on their team from Bernie? From Bernie's team? Did Biden bring anybody in? Hell no, man. We know this story. It's so old. It's so old, Tim. I'm sorry. I mean, but I guess, you know what? The reckoning is coming. This is what's got to happen, You got to hit the rock bottom. I mean, they ain't going to change. This Democratic Party ain't going to change. We're going to have to bypass them, Tim. We're going to have to bypass them. And the youngins are coming, Tim. I've been telling the peeps, it's going to be a youth revolt. You look at the greatest change in American history was in the 30s and the 60s, and both of those periods came up from below, out of nowhere. Well, not so much with the Great Depression, but with the 60s, right? And it's going to be the youth with climate change and with the sellout that we're going to get yet again, even if Biden somehow holds on, which he may, because Arizona's going for him. But all we got left is Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, right? And Michigan. Ohio's going to go Trump, right? They're going to go Trump. And so, and the returns earlier because they're counting the mail ballots earlier than Michigan and Pennsylvania. And Wisconsin right now is for Trump. And I was, so hello. Okay. You deindustrialized, like you said the other day, brother. Yesterday I was listening to you, and you said, you said something really smart. Like they always coming at black people saying, "Well, why are you bringing up that, Biden's history of incarcerating everybody? Why are you bringing that up now?" Right? You brought that out, and you said they never say that to white people about losing their jobs, about NAFTA, about GATT. How the neoliberal Democrats sent their jobs, our jobs. My father used to work for General Motors, my friend. Okay, and now look at it. What did what did they do? What did Obama and Biden do with the bailout, the auto bailout? What did they do? They put in the two-tiered wage structure, and then temporary workers for the first time. Auto workers, temporary workers, right? No benefits. And just before they get to that point where they can get benefits, they let them go. And then they hire them back in 6 months when they need them again. And they got to start all over again.
Damn.
So how you think? So is it any wonder that you got auto workers voting for Trump, right? After generations of auto workers were Democrats from the 1930s, from the sit-down strikes until Clinton and Biden came along, right? Those guys, right? And then behind them, Obama.
Wow.
I mean, I think you've been really bringing it. I really want to give you your props. You've been bringing it very recently, and I'm like, this brother is on it, man. Bringing it, like, just that your exposure is really the key part. You're really good at kind of bringing the issue out, the issues up. And showing people, like, bringing them to the issue and just breaking it down for folks and letting people arrive in at their own pace. Because sometimes I know peeps call you up and they're coming at you from, a lot of my white brothers. They're confused. They're a little confused about, like black people's oppression. Like they don't get it. They think it's, they don't get it. They think bigotry. They mix up bigotry, people's personal bigotry, with structural, institutional, historical racism. They get all confused about that.
Right.
And you're really patient with them up to a point. But at some point, you just got to challenge people. You can't just let them, run their stuff, and be liberal about it. At some point, you gotta challenge it because it's wrong. You got to stand up for the truth. And I feel the same way. Like, I got peeps telling me, my union, like they're running for Biden. I'm like, Biden, what? Tim. Teachers' salaries have been decreasing in this country since 2004. We're going backwards, Tim. The high water mark of workers' purchasing power was 1973. That was the high water mark for America's workers to buy the most money for most things for their salary, according to the Federal Reserve. We've been going backwards ever since then, and it's bipartisan backwards. Yeah, they switch around the carousel, but it's the same old rigmarole. It's like the good cop and the bad cop, right? It's like Malcolm said, right? Malcolm said, he said he was asked way back when he was asked, well, how are you feeling about he didn't say Kennedy, but he was asked about like Kennedy was at that point. John F. Kennedy was moving towards civil rights reform, and they asked And so they asked Malcolm, and Malcolm said, "Well, if you pull the knife out 3 inches from my back, that's not healing the wound. You know what I mean? That's not So he was making an analogy of how the conservatives plunged the knife set 10 inches. Hey, look at me! Look what I'm doing for you. You know what I mean? Right. And he said, even if you pull it out all the way, even if you pull the knife out all the way, there's still you're still not healed.
Right.
Okay. So, I mean, I think, it's like that good cop, bad cop thing. That's what we got going on here. The Republicans come beat us up. And then you know, Chuck Schumer comes in and says, or Obama sweet talk says, we got you, man, we got you. You know, and he give, you know, and they pat you on the back and right. But you know, they don't remedy the situation. You know, they just displace it.
My brother Norm. Thank you, Norm, for calling up tonight, man.
Hopefully you won't figure it out. You know, as a game. It's a game. They're running a game on us, Tim. It's like the Barrett hearing. That Barrett hearing was a disgrace. This woman is a 19th century theocrat. She has no business being on the Supreme Court, right? Right? I mean, but why does the Dems stand down? Why do they stand down, Tim? Why don't the Democrats fight Trump? Because their donors don't want them to.
Right.
Their corporate donors, their owners don't want them to go and fight all the way. All right. And this is why, if it comes down to Pennsylvania, and it might, because I think Michigan's going to stay blue. So we'll say Arizona's going to go blue. So this could come down to Pennsylvania, and it's going to be an army of lawyers. We're going to have the world war of lawyers, right? And then who knows what else, you know? And the question is, at the end of the day, like we saw with Al Gore, you know, the ruling class told him to stand down. No, we don't want all that mess. Wall Street doesn't want a big
protracted court fight, right?
Man, that gets in the way of the money tree. I'm making them just, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on here. You know, we have to provoke a constitutional crisis if we can. We the people.
I got you, Norm. I got to let you go, man, but I appreciate your phone call more than you know. I appreciate you expressing how you feel about it and also sharing the views of many that are listening. I could see people commenting who agree with you totally, brother, but I got to keep it moving. Just know this, man, what they're going to do. At the end of the day, if Trump is the Armageddon, why weren't the Democrats willing to listen to us in order to avoid it? Instead of them, look, what I don't want my people to do is to allow themselves to be down about something they had no control over to begin with. It's not that I'm happy about it. I don't even want to be right. Trump took Idaho. We knew that, though. But when roosters come home to roost, there's nothing you can do about that. You know, I actually would prefer for Trump to lose. That's what I would prefer, but I don't get what I prefer. I get, like Trump said, it is what it is. I don't get what I prefer. I would have preferred Bernie won. I don't get what I prefer. I would prefer that that Joe Biden, if he won, he at least could have picked a running mate that was actually progressive, not one who lied, who was never progressive at all. But I don't get what I want. So you don't get to blame me for your guy losing if he loses. That's all I'm saying. And I don't want anybody in my wolf pack to take this on themselves at all. For you or your communities, you have nothing to do with this. You don't run the party. The party runs itself. There are no progressives that they're even allowed to go on mainstream TV on a regular basis. Right? I saw that Kyle Kalinski's on Joe Rogan. They won't let anybody with a progressive bent, and I consider myself more progressive than Kyle, particularly when it comes to issues concerning black people. Kyle don't really address those issues, if at all. He gave Bernie cover on the whole reparations thing, and I won't do that. And I can still respect Bernie and still support Bernie, but say Bernie needs to work on that. And Kyle was one of those people that felt differently. So I disagree with Kyle on that. But they won't even let Kyle, who's pretty much, I mean, he wants to end wars and he's a progressive. But he comes in a package that's more reasonable, and he'll have that conversation and present facts. What I'm saying is corporate America or corporate media will not allow progressives to go on mainstream media at any effective rate, right? So we cannot be blamed for their losing because we're not a part of the process. We're shunned and we operate on the edges. And the best we could do is get on the Joe Rogan or go on the Hill or go, the Hill with Crystal Ball, The Rising, I should say, The Rising, or some equivalent of TYT or, something of that nature. Because they're not going to let us in the corporate spaces. So when that's the situation, right, then they can't blame us when they fail because we're not part of their failure. If you ostracize, you can't kick people out and then say it's their fault that you got roaches, right? You can't do that. You can't, I don't live there. You told me I can't enter and now you're blaming me that someone tracked mud in your house. Or that your house is underwater. Well, I don't live there. And it's your choice. Now, it'd be different. See, if you don't give progressives a vested interest in your party and in controlling your party and an active role in your party, if you let John Kasich speak longer than AOC at your convention, you are basically saying you don't give a damn about progressives. Not only do you not give a damn about AOC, it's about all of the people that she represents and all the people who side with her ideology. So you don't get to blame us because we're not in the decision making, nor are we utilize our experiences being able to brought to bear, nor do we get to help make decisions. So you get to wear it all. You get to own it all, baby. You get to own it all. And no amount of blaming, pointing fingers, no amount of lying, 59, Mike Parsons, I don't know who this guy. No amount of lying, no amount of finger pointing, no amount of gaslighting was going to change reality. We are nothing to you. Let's keep it real. They despise us, Johnson. They despise us more than they despise Republicans because we are a threat to their status quo. So you don't get to turn around and pretend we are one stopping you when you own the party. So no, you don't get to do that. And that's what everyone out there listening to know, to understand, to look at it from that point of view. Thank God we got great callers calling up like Norm and Kelvin and Marvin, who see it for what it is. It's not even about an ideology. It's about, do your policies work best for me and my children, my grandchildren, my aging parents, my grandbaby, my neighbors, my community, my friends, my cousins, babies across the globe. Like, do your policies help them? And if they don't, then you're not a party for me. And if we're not a part of the decision-making process and the direction that the party takes, what they do is they deny us respect. They don't respect us, they abuse us, and then you expect us to save your ass. That ain't what you get to do. Right? In this scenario, we're not Batman, we're the Joker. And you get what you deserve. Isn't that what the Joker said before he killed, who did he kill? He killed, who did he kill? Robert De Niro. Remember the Joker movie? Right? He said, you get what you deserve. Then he shot Robert De Niro. Because you don't get to have it all. You don't get to have power, shun people, shut them out of the process, and then when your chips are down, blame them. We're not a part of the process, Johnson. Blame the people in the inner circle who make the decisions. Blame the people that run the party. You don't get to blame the people in the stands. When the team on the field loses, you don't get to blame the people that bought the tickets, and you don't get to blame the people outside the stadium. You blame the players on the field. You blame the coaches. And you blame the owners. You do not blame the people that are out. We're not even in the fucking stadium, Johnson. This is what I want people to know. We're not in the stadium. We got all the corporate all the corporate execs who actually own the Democratic Party in the box seats behind the scenes smoking big cigars. Then we got the people that run the party, the Barack Obamas, the Nancy Pelosi's, the Hillary Clintons. In the box seats, they're with the coaches, right? And on the field, you got your Joe Bidens, your Kamala Harris's. Joe Biden's not calling his own plays, man. Come on, man. The thing. Come on, fat. He's not calling his own plays. You think they'd let Joe Biden call his own plays? He couldn't call dominoes. They don't trust Joe Biden to call an Uber. Call a plays. Get out of here. Wake up, people. Wake up. And once again, look, I don't know how many people we got watching the show right now tonight. I want you to share it so more people will know it. But these people don't know what's going on because they watch the wrong people. They watch the wrong media. I bet you we could flip over now and see 5,000 people watching some corny knockoff of corporate media where they'll learn nothing and get nothing. They don't really want to know what's going on. They see some black guy with his arms moving around with no hair on his head. They don't want to stop and see the truth, man. But what I'm telling you is still the truth, and the truth is the truth no matter what time of day it is, no matter who's up or who's down, the truth is the truth. And the truth is, we ain't in the game, Johnson. We're trying to get in the stadium. We got ideas. We got ideas of how to run the plays. A winning strategy that will not only win the game, but save the freaking country and save the world. They don't want it because the box seats are nice. The cigars are smooth. And the private jets are impeccable. And they don't really want it. But you don't get to have it both ways. You don't get the big cigars. The 3 million thread count sheets, whatever. You know? The massages and the juice smoothie, whatever, juice, jumba juice or whatever the hell. Special kiwi slash. Look at that, Utah. We knew Utah. We knew. Anyway, guys. Anyway. What's up, Facebook? Haven't talked to Facebook in a while. What's up, Facebook? Do people think Trump is going to pull it out or will Biden win? That's what Amy wants to know. Will Biden win or will Trump win? That's what everyone wants to know, Amy. James, good words. An elderly black woman smiled at me and said, we're all in the same boat now. She also said, there's no testament without a test. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. I respect, revere, and appreciate honesty. That's all I want is honesty. That's what we do here, man, on the Wolfpack. I appreciate you for posting that, James. Replying to Cindy. Good one. Good, damn good post. Damn good post. If you are progressive, you're not happy about this. You're not happy about it. That's not what it's about. It's not about being happy that you got Trump. No one's happy about Trump. But just like we can't control if the sun rises or sets, we don't get to control this. You're not gonna lay a guilt trip on me as if I got something to do with something I have no control. Because if I had something to do with it, if I had control, if I had the type of power that the Democratic Party loves to bestow, they love to bestow power on us after they're getting their asses kicked. Then all of a sudden we got all this power. But when we wanted burned it, we didn't have the power. Right? When we wanted legalized cannabis, we didn't have the power. Right? Right? Isn't that true? When we said we wanted Medicare for all, we don't have the power. In fact, Biden said he would veto it even if the House put it on his desk. So you don't get to say we don't have the power. But now we had the power. Now that you're getting your asses kicked, I bet they're on Twitter right now talking about how much power we got and how we didn't show up. And it was all on us. And why didn't we do this? And why didn't we do that? Why didn't we do this? Why? All this stuff going on. Right now, that's what they're saying. You know how I know? It's not because I can see through the future or I can be 3 places at one time. It's because they do it every time. It's an old playbook. They go to their old plays every time. When things are going well, who needs the progressives? Who needs these radical thinkers? Who needs these people trying to upset the apple cart? Then when they start going bad, they go, they should have been with us. See, they should have been with us. You should have got behind us. You must be Trump supporters. No, motherfucker. No. No, motherfuck you. No. No, no, no. You don't get to do it. You don't get to put this on us. Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Texas, South Carolina, Wisconsin, and Ohio spoke tonight. I don't live there, motherfucker. I live in Maryland. You don't get to put it on me. I only got 1 vote. You picked the who you wanted. You threw my guy under the bus, and now you're not winning it. It ain't my choice. And if Joe Biden or if Trump is the coming of the apocalypse, why not avoid the apocalypse? You leaned into an ass kicking. They're leaning into the ass kicking, guys. Ossoff got his ass kicked in Georgia. Amy McGrath got her ass kicked in Kentucky. Milk toast. Milk toast. Okay? Milk toast. Got the butter to go with my milk toast? All right? The only person that gave a decent showing was Jamie Harrison, South Carolina. That's the only decent showing I'm seeing. Damn. And I question. Because my conversation with Breonna Joy, she said that in South Carolina, white people came out and voted for Joe Biden, not black people. I question how much influence Jim Clyburn really has, or if it really is, or if his influence is really not that. And people just build him up, this paper tiger. Build him up, 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 build him up. Because he didn't push Jamie Harrison to a win. And he's black. How come Jim Clyburn couldn't get black people to vote for Jamie Harrison, but they got black people to vote for Joe Biden? I don't know, Johnson. According to what I've been told, Joe Biden won South Carolina because a lot of white people came out for Joe Biden in South Carolina. That's what I was told. I don't know. Okay. BJG. All right. Let's go. What we got? Careful, they're going to watch list for that kind of talk now. Okay. I don't know who they were referring to. I'm on all types of lists now. I stay on lists. Tim's the best again, only one I can trust, says Cheryl Tyler. Thank you, Cheryl. Kira says they cheated Bernie, they get the Dream Party removed off dozens of states. This is their reckoning. This is their karma. Hope they enjoy it. Make up things. Arizona legalizes marijuana. Woo! Woo! Y'all hear that? That's progress, y'all. That's progress. Do not allow them to make you feel down. This ain't us. All right, guys, let's do another phone call. I get to talk in spurts. Let's do another phone call. How about that? All right. We here with you. I got a 717 number in the queue. 717, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hey, man, it's Skylar from Philly.
Hey, my brother, another Philly call. Skylar, what's on your mind, man?
Say again, you're kind of going in and out.
Oh, I said another Philly caller in the house. Go ahead, my brother. What's on your mind?
Not much, man. I didn't think I'd get through, to be honest with you. I'm kind of new to this, but I've been listening to you for quite some time. I ain't just never had the courage to speak up.
Well, I'm glad you called up tonight, man. What's up, man? Talk to me, man. It's just you and I having a conversation. What's happening?
All right, man. Look, right? I try to get so many people to vote for Biden after Bernie lost. Nobody wanted to do it. So if it comes down to Pennsylvania, like the other guy was talking about, I was listening to him and I was like, man, everything this guy is saying is for real. Everything you saying is for real. If it comes down to PA, it's going to Trump. They ain't got no hope right now, man.
That's because you said you talk to people. Yeah, go right ahead, brother.
No, I'm sorry. You can finish your thought.
No, I was saying, so you said you talked to people in Pennsylvania and they weren't motivated about Biden, huh?
No, they say they lived with Trump for 4 years. They could do another 4 after Biden.
Whoa. I heard that.
Yo, I'm not even lying, bro. I'm not even lying. They hate him up here. And then Trump came on his little plane to Lidditz, PA. And, like, I ain't never seen Biden up here yet, to be honest. I'm sure he came at some point, but I ain't never hear him coming. But Trump always in Pennsylvania every so often.
Wow.
So how is it that Trump could campaign here, but Biden can't never campaign here? You know, our vote is not automatic. You know what I'm saying? Like, Biden did so much bad things. Oh, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Come on. F you to us before we have enough and stick our fingers up and say, fuck you. Now you on your own. Good luck, buddy. You want to go over there and get all those Southern votes and all those Republican votes, and now how are they going to help you now? You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So I'm just depressed about the whole process, man. I really thought we had not a savior, but hope. I feel let down by my generation where everybody says doesn't vote, even though they rigged the system against them and against us, and they threw out a whole bunch of our ballots and stopped us from voting. So how they going to rig it against us and now want to cry about election rigging by the Republicans?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to take up too much time. I just love listening to you, especially like if you have a podcast, that'd be pretty dope. I could listen to you on the way, you know what I'm saying, while I travel around and stuff. And, you know, I really do enjoy listening to you. You speak so much truth to power, and I resonate with that to the point where I put on the TV and have other people listen to you and like, who the hell is that and what channel he on? I'm like, bro, that's the boy Tim Black. He on YouTube. And literally you got other followers just off of that. And it's crazy. If more people had an opportunity to hear you, you would easily.
Wow.
Because like now I switched my dad over. Now I don't really mess with TYT anymore, but he listened to Tim Black Show and TYT and Colin Kalinske, boy. Sorry for like promoting other people.
That's
but
all good, man.
Those are his three. He went from being CNN and MSNBC to y'all three.
That's what's up.
By the way, hi, Dad.
Hey, Sky, man, thank you for calling in, man. I appreciate you. And Dad, what's up, man? Thank you for giving us Sky, man, and thank you for dropping that truth, man. And we appreciate the kind words always, brother. And yeah, man. Isn't this something though? You know, because doesn't Biden talk about Scranton being his home? Didn't he talk about Scranton being his home? And it's kind of crazy where you can't go home, like there's no love at home. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Sounds to me like somebody ain't being genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds to me like Joe Biden's not genuine. And like this whole thing about Biden being so well loved in Pennsylvania is just a crock. It's a bunch of smoke and mirrors, right? And you can't, like, there's things you can fake. You can't fake excitement, dog. Not really. It takes a lot of effort to fake excitement. You know? You ever had somebody get you a present and you didn't really like it? I mean, it was all right. And you knew that to them, you didn't want them to feel bad, so you tried to pretend like you were excited about it, you know? Not easy to do. It's not easy to pretend that the gift was good when the gift was bad. You know, it's like, oh, okay, that's what you got. Okay, okay. Oh, socks again. Oh, okay. Just like the ones I already have. Okay, yeah. Woo, yeah, look at these socks, man. Oh, I can wear these socks, white socks. Oh, man, I can't wait to, woo, I'm going to wear these socks, baby. Thank you so much for the socks. You know, you want to pat on the hair, baby. Love you for the socks. These socks are amazing. Thank you, baby. Thank you for thinking of me when you got me these born-ass socks. Thank you for thinking of me when you got me these cornballs, these plain old, nothing special bottom socks. Thank you when you was, thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking time out your day, spending $6.99 for these plain-ass socks. I'm going to wear them in good health. Thank you so much. It's just so much you can do with that. Now, when somebody gets you something that makes you excited, like a new car, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun, you know? A new TV. Remember when people got your new TV? New TV. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. You can't contain yourself. You're so excited about the possibilities. You're thinking about the game you're going to watch, or the sitcom, or the show, or whatever you're going to do. The games you can play on it. Whatever you do, whatever your thing is. You're thinking of the way you're going to use this thing to do the thing that you love to do. And it's a natural reaction. You don't have to conjure it up. You're not making yourself feel happy. You just are happy. You're not trying to fabricate excitement. You are excited. When I see Trump at those rallies, he's tapped into something with those. Why can't Joe Biden tap into something else with his people? Why isn't he able to tap into something? Trump's tapping into, he's tapping in the worst. He's also tapping into the funny bone. Come on, guys. He's crass, he's a bigot, he's a jackass, he's all those things. But when he's up on that stage, he's having a good time. Did you ever feel that Biden's having a good time, really? Telling them long, boring stories? Somebody need to tell Joe Biden he is no, he's no George Carlin. Who does this guy think? He's no Richard Pryor. What is he doing with the long story? So all I'm saying, guys, is, hey, he's no Lenny Bruce. Yeah, I dug deep, didn't I? So at the end of the day, guys, Philadelphia doesn't want Biden. And you don't get to blame Philly, right? You don't get to blame Philly because they're unexcited about Biden. He gave them reasons not to like him. They didn't come up with it on their own, okay? They're not predisposed to not like it. Like, they don't have bigotry and they're going, we don't like him because he's a white guy. We don't like him because he's a white guy. No, that's not true. Trump's a white guy. 98% of all our presidents have been white. You don't get to say it's because he's a white guy. You don't get to say it's because he's Catholic or whatever he is, okay? I don't know what he is. I could care less about religion. I don't know what religion he is. I'm assuming he's something with Episcopalian or Catholic or Protestant. I don't know. But you don't get to say that. All right. So, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Texas, South Carolina, Ohio, Wisconsin. I don't know the number. Here goes some numbers coming in. Georgia. Did they just show it on the screen, guys? Did I just talk over it? Did they give us some more information? Goodness gracious. Louisiana. They beat the hell out of that brother, didn't they? What's going on over there? Goodness gracious. That's tough, man. Louisiana. Democrats got their ass whooped in Louisiana. Goodness gracious. Man, I thought they outlawed that type of punishment. Goodness gracious. Adrian, I know he wanted to meet Bill outside. Bill Cassidy, come on outside, man. Hey, Bill, can you fight? Because I'm about to beat you up. You don't get to embarrass me like that. Mississippi. It's red. Oh, that's that. Oh, God. So Mike ran against her again. Goodness gracious. I remember she won. They took a seat. It was a seat that was open. She made a comment about black. She said something bad last time. God, she won again, huh? Damn it. Just made some horrible comment. I forget what it was. Like her husband's like a real popular family or something in Mississippi. I want to update you on some of the states. I want to update on states. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Look at the map, guys. Look at the map. Look at the map. Look at the map. We got a lot of red. I see some blue. Texas, South Carolina, North Carolina, still no color yet, right? Okay. Arizona, still we don't know. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. Arizona, North Carolina, still up for grabs. Okay. All right. I want to make sure I'm not talking so much that you guys are missing out. Let's see what.
David Brooks, syndicated columnist Mark Shields, as well as Washington Post columnist Jonathan Capehart, and the editor-in-chief of the Washington Free Beacon, Eliana Johnson, along with Amy.
All right, I changed my mind. I can't listen to Capehart. Capehart makes my ears hurt. Okay, I'm going to go to another phone call. We got 505 number in the queue. 505, you're live. What's on your mind, 505?
Hi, Tim.
Hey.
I like the new teeth.
Thank you.
Looking good. I'm a Wolfpack member, and I just I wanted to thank you for everything you've done. And it looks to me like this is over, that Biden has lost, but this is their loss. This isn't our loss.
Absolutely.
Where we go from here, and maybe we're better off with an overt racist in the White House than a friendly racist.
Preach.
So thanks for everything, and I really wanted to listen to you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. I didn't get everything. The bottom is still me. The bottom is what was already there. It's the top, man. I had to get some stuff done, man. It took 2 years, man. My dentist was like, look. My dentist, man, because I don't have coverage, guys. So my dentist was like, look, you've been coming here for 2 years. It's only going to get worse. And it was lucky because I didn't have to pay it all at one time. So I was able to, and I'm only telling people this because I've had people spread rumors about how I got my teeth done. First of all, I didn't get all my teeth done. I just got the top done. And second of all, I didn't pay it all at one time. And I hate to get that personal, but I don't like my Wolfpack people help support this show. I don't want people to think I took their money and went out and got Hollywood teeth. I had to get partial. I had to do it. If you don't, I was under the impression.
90 seconds.
I always thought that's what we thought Americans should be able to do. I thought that's one of the things we've been fighting for. Not just for me to get mine done, but for all of us to be able to go to the doctor. Like, I thought that's a thing. So I've had some people that pretended to be friends of the show, but really were just haters, spreading a lot of false shit about me. I don't want to make this broadcast about that at all, but since my brother brought it up, I just wanted to speak to it real quick. Don't worry, I'm still poor. Don't worry. Don't worry.
60 seconds.
The haters, don't worry, I'm still poor just like you want me to be. One of the lowest earning left channels that's popular. So congratulations. Don't worry. You're still doing better than me, or Kyle is still doing better, and all these others, the Hill, they're all still doing better than me. So you won, okay? Congratulations. Congratulations. They're all vastly more successful. You win, okay? So now you can get off my ass. There's a lot of haters, man. Like, I don't know if they're bigots or what, but they do not want to see a brother do well, man. I swear to God, they are fine with Kyle going to Cali. They're fine with Jimmy Dore. They're fine with all these people making 20 times more than me. But they haven't, if I do anything, they're like, well, I'm here for that. I mean, these are the most, I don't know if they're racist, man, but it sure sounds like it, man, because I don't see them in the comment sections of the people that really make the money, man. TYT gets $20 million from a Hillary supporter, and they don't say anything. I get a T-shirt, they go crazy. And I know I probably should get used to it, and it's only going to get worse. But I just want my Wolfpack people to know that I appreciate the hell out of them, and I'm not robbing you. I would never do such a thing. And thank you for having my back. Let's go next phone call. No, let's not go to phone call. Let's let that comment. Let's listen to John K. Part. I hate to do it, but let's not let anybody have to follow me. Let's just go here with this first.
I've long said that this election isn't just a choice between President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden, that this is also a choice between American democracy and white supremacy. And I think it was Mark who just talked about the fact that the president was able to drill down even further in his base of white working class, and I've called that fracking for votes. He has been able to pull out votes that folks either long forgot to even try to earn their votes, and that's what he's been doing the entirety of his first term as president of the United States. He has been talking to them, messaging to them. And so I think that that's part of it that's brought them out. I think that, David is right. Trumpian populism has hit key parts of the American electorate where they look and they say, don't like the guy's tone, but I kind of like his policies. I think it's always been a bit of a pipe dream of Democrats who were praying that this would be a landslide night. And instead, what we're seeing is the kind of election night that if we all around the table, metaphorically, were to step back and say, how is election night going to go? I bet we all deep down knew that tonight would be one of those nights where it would not be conclusive on election night, that it would take some time, that this is the sort of thing, as we've seen for 4 years, there is passion on both sides of the aisle, and we're seeing it play out in the ballot box from sea to shining sea.
Eliana Johnson, from your perspective, how are you seeing what's happening tonight? Whether it's drilling down into his base, or whether it's whoever Joe Biden's been able to appeal to among white voters, what do you think is happening here?
I think I agree with David that he's not just drilling down into his base. One thing that critics have said of Trump was that he makes no effort to appeal to the broader electorate, but he's actually expanded on that out into some surprising communities, including the Hispanic community, and increasing his margins among African-American voters. I think if this had been a blowout for Trump, it would have incited a really bitter debate within the Republican Party and the conservative movement, to the extent that it still exists, about what it should stand for, given a big Trump loss, if that would happen. That hasn't happened. And so I agree with my colleagues that it does seem like Trump's populism has imprinted its DNA on the Republican.
I got to stop it right there, guys. I don't like the framing of her comment at all, okay? I got to stop it right there. Trump going from 8 to 12 is not an amazing blowout progression into toward the black vote. Okay? Like 40% of Hispanics voted for Trump. 45% of Hispanic men voted for Trump in 2016. 3 times, almost 4 times what black men voted for him. So you don't get to say between blacks and Hispanic men. Nah, just own it. Own the fact that a lot of Hispanics are Republicans. Own the fact that a lot of Hispanics voted for Donald Trump. Don't throw us in when we're barely over double digits. Don't throw us in with you. You guys are at 40, almost 50%. Almost 50%. 1 out of 2 Hispanic dudes voted for Trump. And we got like 1 out of 5 blacks, and you're going to say, we are upsurge of black. No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to do it. And anyone that I see who's a part of that, I'm going to call them out. Anyone I see pushing that narrative. People can support whoever they want to support, but you don't get to make it up where you want to hide behind black people. No, don't say people of color. No, we have numbers. There are numbers we could go to, and we could show who did what. Don't throw us in just to take the heat off your ass. 1 out of 2 Hispanic men voted for Trump. 1 out of 5 black men voted for Trump. That's a big difference. And only Democrats who want to cover their ass would try to make it seem that way. Trump was already doing swimmingly with Hispanics. Already doing very well with Hispanics. I followed this in 2016. He did well. So did John McCain. Hispanics are... Who said it? Somebody said it but got in trouble. Joe Biden got in trouble. He said the Hispanic community is diverse in the way they vote. And it came out bad, or it came out, it didn't sound as smooth as that. It sounded something else. I forget exactly how he said it. People got upset with Joe Biden. But at the end of the day, there's some Hispanics, because Hispanics are a broad group. We got Cubans, we got Mexicans, we got Puerto Ricans, we got Dominicans. It's a lot of different people from different countries. But black people, let's say it's black. So that's probably part of the reason. There's different political leanings from different countries, right, of Latin America or what have you. But I don't like the way she framed it, because as I stated, there's a very big difference between I get every other dollar the company makes I get, or if I get 1 of every $5. And for her to make it seem like this is the same thing. It's totally not the same thing. Own it, lady, whatever your name is. Own the truth. Own the truth and accept it. Hispanics like Trump. Way more than black people. Almost as much as Asians. We're the only group that doesn't like Trump. But we get paid when that's why it's big news to them when Weezy says vote Trump. Because we're the only group that doesn't vote Republican in any numbers that are noticeable. Save my indigenous folks, my indigenous Americans, I have no idea how they vote. So I could be wrong about that because I don't know about indigenous people, how they vote. But I know how Asians vote, broadly based on the numbers, broadly, okay? Not every individual, okay? But broadly, we know what the demographics show. And the demographics say that black people are the only people that reliably vote Democrat. That really is the conversation. Why are the black people still hanging in there with the Democrats? Let's flip the conversation. How about we flip it that way and say, hey, why is it black people keep hanging in with the Democrats? And why is it that when we say, hey, we need some policies for us, you go, screw you. There you go being selfish. Well, if we're the only group of people that reliably vote for you, wouldn't that mean we own the party? No, it doesn't, Johnson. So, if we did, we'd have voted for Bernie because we supported Bernie more than Biden. or close to it. All right, guys, I'm going to go to another phone call. I've talked enough for now. Let's see what we got. I want to see if some more numbers came in, guys. 435, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment, 435? 435.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Matt Johnson.
Hey, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you. What's your name and where you calling from?
This is Patricia from Utah.
Patricia from Utah. What's on your mind, Patricia?
Just calling to say hello, Mr. Tim Black Johnson.
What's up, Johnson? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I been listening to your programs and I enjoy them. And I want to tell I voted green in a red state.
Yeah, Utah's really red. How'd that feel?
I love Angela Walker. She has a lot of good things to say. And I voted policy. And I don't like Trump. I don't like Biden. Neither one of them. Man, you know. Yeah, I just not for them. I got accused by my landlords of throwing my vote away and voting for Trump. And I says, well, I filled in that bubble, and next to it was Hawkins Walk. And they said, well, what if you were in a swing state? What if you were in a swing state? Would you still vote green? I said, yes. You voted for Trump. You voted for Trump.
What if, huh? What if? Yeah.
I'm thinking, goddamn, I can't, can't win with these people. But anyway,
yeah.
And I guess another thing, I watched Katie Halper and Bree Joy the other day, and I love Bree Joy. She's really cool.
Did you watch my interview with her?
Yes, I did. I watched when you were on Katie's show.
No,
too.
I had Bree on my show.
What's that?
I had Bree on my show. I interviewed her Thursday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
See, I need to promote.
Oh, yes, I did.
I need to promote myself.
I didn't catch the live show. I didn't catch the live show, but I caught
the replay. Gotcha.
Part of the replay, yeah, on YouTube or something.
Okay.
I did. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay.
It's okay.
I get confused. I watch a lot of different no matter who's president, my poor ass life never changes, for the better. I just live day to day and try to make the best of it. I'm retired now. I live on about $800 a month, which is, it's hard to do in Utah. We have a lot of programs here that help poor people a lot, but not enough. I just got cut off of Medicaid. Well, here in Utah, they cut you off 1 month, and then when COVID starts up again, they put you back on for a month, switching back and forth. And my husband had to go into 2 emergency for pneumonia, and the bill came to $44,000. And Medicare paid for most of it, but we have to pay $400 out of pocket. So,
Well, look, Patricia, I appreciate you calling up.
Collections eventually.
Well, Patricia, we want to thank you for calling up, and I appreciate your honesty, and I hope that you and your husband are doing okay. I hope that and look, in a situation like that, like I just had to pay out of pocket for my son today who needed shots. That was $300. But somehow we make it happen. We had to do what we got to do, and something's going to have to wait. And this is the way it is. And I say, look, like my mom used to say, as long as I owe you, you'll never be broke. So do what you can do, and don't stress out about it. You're not alone, and everyone's going through it right now. And I love you. I appreciate you for calling up, and thank you for being a member of the Wolfpack. All right. Wow, guys, does it sound very familiar, doesn't it, guys? And see, I want Patricia to do well. I want her to do well. You know, I think all of us deserve health care. That's why we were fighting for. People think we're fighting for these things just to hurt the Democratic Party. I don't know, what are these people thinking, man? What are people thinking who are that delusional? They assign all types of nefarious reasons behind why we fight with the Democratic Party. They say we want to support Trump. Can't it just be we want Medicare for all? Like, if Biden supported Medicare for all and was going to get it done, I'd support him. It ain't rocket science. Kamala Harris is a flip-flopper. You don't trust shit she has to say. She'll say she supports something. She'll even co-sponsor it, and then when it's time, she'll say, I don't support it anymore. I don't support it anymore. I'm talking. I don't support it anymore. You know, I decided not to support it. Well, I decided not to support you. How about that? I decided not to support you. Okay? How about that? We're even now. You don't get to call me racist or misogynistic or none of that. You don't support what I need, what my people need, then why should I support you? That makes sense. No one goes to a store and buys something from a store if they don't have what you want. You go to another store, but maybe you do that. Or maybe you don't go to the store, or maybe you just go back home. It's what people do. You don't say you hate the store. There you go. I knew it. You hate the store. You're a storist. You're a storicist. You're a storagenist. A storagenist. You don't like that store. No, the store didn't have what I wanted, man. They don't carry it. It's even worse. They said they had what I wanted. I go all the way up to the store, and they don't have what they said they had. I call them up. I say, you got what I want? They say, yeah, we got it. We support it. I say, great, I'm on my way. You go all the way to the store. It's raining out. You burn gas. You get to the store. You get out the car. You walk in. You get in line. You look around. And they tell you, sorry, we don't have it. We don't support it anymore. That's what Kamala Harris does. And then when people get mad, you go, you're a sexist. Nah, man, you're a liar. How about that? You know? It's even worse than that. She took donations. She took donations from people, hardworking people, took their money, and said she stood for certain things. And then after she got their money, she changed what she stood for. And all these cowards are afraid to even call her out for it. Yeah, because they were afraid that they'd be called sexist, or somebody dig something up on them and try to hurt them, or they wouldn't get a job or something. They wouldn't tell it, so they couldn't tell the truth. But it's the most basic thing in the world. Being dishonest makes you a loser. You could win for a while, but once people realize that you are dishonest, you become a loser. That's how this works. It's not my rule, it's the rule of how people work. What I notice is that people are so upset that for some reason, some voters, the scares didn't work well enough. That's what's happening, guys. They're mad because their fear tactics didn't scare people the way they used to. Yeah? You know, they want you to flinch. You know how they make a sudden movement And you get all scared, like they walk up to you and go, racism. And you go, oh God, racism. You know? Oh God, help me please. They walk up to you and they go, Social Security. You go, okay, Social Security. Oh God. You know? They're going to take your Social Security. Oh God, no. He's a racist. Oh no. Well, after a while, you get used to them using those scare tactics. You know? That's what happened with us. We all got used to it. Not all of us. Some of us are still scared. But the majority, a lot of people, some people, it no longer works on them. You walk up, you go, Trump's a racist, and they just look at you like, okay. Well, I'm supposed to be scared of that? So is Biden. What you gonna do for us? They're like, that didn't work. Trump's a fascist. And you go, okay. I don't like that, but you got any health care back there you gonna give out? Y'all got any health care on the stove back there? Y'all cooking any health care? You know, some Medicare for all, you know, something without a deductible. Y'all got that back there? I don't see no cooking going. I don't smell no Medicare for all in the air. Where's the Medicare for all in the air? Man, I just told you Trump is a fascist. And you're like, yeah, I know, I heard you, but no health care, huh? Some of you people are on the wrong side of history. You think we're on the wrong side of history. All we're saying is we don't like racism, we don't like fascism, we don't like liars, we don't like Trump's talk, we don't like the people from under the stairs that he's bringing out. We don't like that. We don't like the racist Karens. But you know what? As I said the other night, there are a lot of Karens that are liberals too. Yeah, like the white lady in the park walking their doggy off a leash. They called the cops and said, this black man is scaring me. That was a Hillary supporter. So Trump's not the only person bringing out bigots, okay? All right? But the point is this. People have been kicked around so long. People have been ignored for so long that they're not scared like they should be, like they used to be. You know, people used to be scared, really scared. And now they're kind of used to it, you know? You beat somebody up enough, they just go, hey, look, man, look, you going to beat me up today or what? I got places to be. Are you going to jump me and take my lunch money? Okay, hurt, man. I got class, okay? And that's how people starting to feel. And we still don't know who's won this election. But I told you last night, I said, guys, Wolfpack, I said this. I said, if the votes come in early, and if we know the same night, then Biden has a very good chance. But if those votes drag on and on, then it's Trump all the way. Because Trump's going to win in court. Yeah, if they got to go to the tape, if the referee got to go take a look at the tape, and they got to stop everything and rewind the tape to find out who won, it's going to be Trump. I stick by that prediction. It's not that I want it to happen. It's not my plan. I don't have power, okay? I'm not making it happen, dummy. There are people like that, you know. You made it, like the guy who said that to whoever it was who was talking to Patricia from Utah. She in a solidly red state, she votes green, and you blame her when you got a state of red. Like Utah is 98% Republican, right? And she's like, or 95%. And I'm not playing. It's like 95, 92% Republican. And people yelled at Patricia because she voted green. When it's crazy, it's lunacy. It makes no sense. So we're not saying this is what we want, but if I tell you it's 2 o'clock and you don't want it to be 2 o'clock, You ask me what time it is, and I tell you it's 2 o'clock, and you're pissed that it's 2 o'clock. It ain't my fault. It's 2 o'clock, man. You asked me what time it was. I'm telling you the time, dumbass. I don't make time be a certain thing, okay? It's not up to me. It's what the watch says. The watch says it's 11:59. If you don't want it to be 11:59, that ain't up to you. It ain't up to me. You don't get to blame me that it's almost midnight. All right? It's almost midnight because it's almost midnight. Okay? The same thing with Joe Biden not winning Wisconsin. Or Joe Biden not winning Texas. Okay? Or Joe Biden looked like he may lose Pennsylvania. It's not up to me. I don't get to make the decision. I don't own time. I don't own the states. My little YouTube channel and Facebook channel and Periscope and my Instagram account does not control the universe. If it did, this race wouldn't have been up to Biden and Trump. If it was up to me, so I'm powerful. So that's how it is, guys. We're all so powerful that we get blamed when they lose. But if we really were powerful, the race wouldn't have been between these two guys to begin with. So you don't get to say that we're all powerful and blame us as if we're the difference. Makes no sense. And that's why I get pissed when I get these people on Instagram and other social media websites who are entertainers who are basically repeating nonsense talking points. It's nonsense, Johnson. All right. It's nonsense, Johnson. There we go. Put me back in the driver's seat here. Because it's not our fault. It's not our fault, Johnson. It's not our fault. So what we got? Let's go to the comment section, guys. We got some people in the comment section talking. Alfie Feliciano. Alfie Feliciano just became a member of the Wolfpack. Alfie Feliciano, welcome to the Wolfpack, Alfie. Michelle Brown just became a member of the Wolfpack. Thank you, Michelle Brown. Welcome to the Wolfpack. Glad to have you. Gigan Fan. The store metaphor is on point. Thank you, Gigan. You know what I'm saying? Gigan Fan. Thank you. And you know what? I'll make a separate clip of that. We're going to make a separate clip of that store analogy. So I think it makes sense as well. And I want to thank you guys for allowing me to go off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Where this just great, these analogies and this, excuse me, where the analogies and stuff can come out, you know? They just come out. Right. Look, guys, we can't have a great show and great things happen spontaneously without feeling comfortable, you know? And we feel comfortable because we're family. We're a community. So we feel comfortable with one another, saying how we really feel. And we don't got to be contrite. We ain't got to put on a bunch of airs, try to impress everybody, you know what I'm saying? We could just be ourselves and talk like regular people talk and keep it real. Joe Biden, this is too close for comfort if you're a Democrat. They should have gave people a real choice. They needed somebody very different from Trump, not somebody so boring like Joe Biden. People fell asleep when Joe Biden talked. You know, and he wasn't talking about great policies that change people's lives. It's not rocket science. Give people a reason. Freaking epidemic outside, literally an epidemic outside. And you want them to come out and you're not giving them a reason other than Trump is evil. If you'd have coupled Trump is evil with get $1 million, people would have came out. And I'm not saying promise them $1 million, but give them something to aspire to, other than the soul of America. And look, man, somebody came up to me tomorrow and said, Tim, I got $10,000 in this bag, and I'll give it to you, or I can give you this jar. It's called the soul of America. Or a plaque with the word soul of America on it. I'd have grabbed that bag with the $10,000 in it so fast, I would have cut my hand, grabbed the bag. Oh, shit, give me that bag, man. And I'd have left that damn plaque sitting right there, man. Because I don't know what I'm going to do with that plaque. And that's Joe Biden and Trump. Okay? That's the difference. And it's basic. Maker things. 2 seats remain for Senate majority change. Okay. Maker things. I'm for that. I support that as well. Maker change. Maker of things. I do fiercely support change of power in the Senate. I do. Absolutely. Louise Brooks. I've been a blue no matter who dim for 35 years. Biden did not try to get my vote. I went third party in VA. They can bite me. Woo! That sister told it like it was, didn't she? She did not pull any punches, Johnson. And she did not, look, she's very conventional, dressed very conservatively, you know what I mean? This lady, you know what I'm saying? And she was telling you straight up. Louise Brooks. Louise, thank you so much for your comment. Larry, Bernie said it would have won. I would have won a clock. Bernie said Larry, what'd you say? Larry, I don't understand. Okay. Anna Grape. Tim, I really appreciate all you do. May you do well and prosper, from a former Democrat in New Jersey. She said a former Democrat in New Jersey. People are getting pissed off, man. Former Democrats. Justin, thanks for all you do. Thank you, Justin. Chemo. Hey, Tim, it's Chemo from the 505. I'm really happy about your teeth. I think they look great. I'm a big fan of the show. Hope you didn't think I was being negative. No, you're not being negative at all, Chemo. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. I just wanted to express it and let people know, because no secrets. You know what I'm saying? So people, they say when you don't talk about things, you create the ability for people to have rumors. So if you talk about things, it makes it harder for people to have rumors about you. So it's not just that I want my business everywhere. It's just, it keeps rumors down. People say, you know, they'll say, obviously Donald Trump gave Tim some money. Really? F Trump and F you. Okay? How about that? Hey, Bronwyn Beistel. Hispanics like Bernie quite a lot, but never mind. Yeah, I believe that. Absolutely they do. But I'm saying, still, they don't like Joe. That's all I'm saying. You're absolutely right. Bernie Sanders did very well with Hispanic vote. You're absolutely right, brother. I hope I didn't get the impression that I thought otherwise. What I'm saying is, they don't like Joe as much, right? Is that a fair statement? Is that a fair statement? So it is what it is. And I can't blame them for that. Obviously, it's sort of like the people that voted for Obama who then voted for Trump. They proved that they could vote for Obama, right? They did. They voted for Obama. Then they said, time to go another way. You know, that's what they did. So that happened. It doesn't fit the narrative, right? They have this narrative they want to spin. They want to put people in this little box and say that they're bad. You know, there are bad people. There are some assholes, absolutely. No one's defending that there's bigots, jackasses, misogynists, sexists, or goofballs, or bad people everywhere. Like there are, man. There are bad people. But there are also people who looked at the choices and go, I'll take that guy. Or they go, I kind of like this one a little bit better because of this other thing. And it's, right? So I'm not trying to say that all people in a certain group are a certain thing, because that would be wrong to do. And I hope you know I don't feel that way. But I got to talk and I got to say stuff. Miss Scorpio, thank you, Miss Scorpio. Sure, Tyler, Tim's the best. Again, only one I can trust. I think I read this before. Maker, Arizona legalizes marijuana. That's what I said. Hey! Yeah! One more time for Arizona, y'all. Give it up for Arizona. Oregon enacts measure 110 decriminalizing all drugs. What? Oregon decriminalized all drugs. Wow. So that means if you get caught with drugs, you don't go to jail for it. That just getting caught with drugs is not a reason to go to jail. Now, if you do something while you got the drugs, maybe that can be a charge, but not just having drugs. Over a certain amount, I'm assuming. I'll have to find out more about that. I might have to cover that story. Bose, Fox News called Arizona for Biden. Okay, he got Arizona. Let me put that over here, man. All right, guys. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. There was a tie in North Carolina, okay, and Biden just took Arizona. Arizona is one of the places that Trump kind of wanted. Not kind of wanted, he did want it, okay? Arizona, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and PA. It just got tighter, guys. What can I tell you? It just got tighter. My life, little to support your work. None of your business. None of your business just supported the show. Thank you, none of your business. So did Pat Dent. Thank you, Pat. Silly Boo gave $100. Silly Boo, thanks for supporting the show, Silly. Kim, stay pretty, Wolf Pack leader. Thanks, Kim. I don't know how pretty I am, but I'll try to keep it up. Justin, thanks for all you do. Anna, there we go. Larry. Larry Neves said, TB, is Larry the truth? Says Scumocratics lose for effing Bernie. Dayton guy, you just said if you don't talk about things, gives people room to make rumors. That's what Trump did to socialism and left policy. Wow. Okay. See, Dayton guy. I got you. Brownwin, I know you want Sam Latino. Just want to remind people that those with the votes that Dems could have won. Yeah, okay, cool. Thank you, Brownwin, because I don't want to give you that impression, because I know exactly what you're talking about. In fact, it's important to mention that because people do walk away thinking things. So, always want to be nuanced or kind of break it down and keep things as accurate. And also think about people listening and not knowing everything. So those votes were there to be got. It's not like they were opposed to voting for a Democrat. They would have. They voted for Obama. They voted for Bernie. Not so much for Hillary, not so much for Biden. So far. But Arizona just went. And that's why the caller was saying that Arizona, that Bernie did a lot of work in Arizona with the Hispanic community there to help Biden. No good deed goes unpunished. Meanwhile, Biden, every chance he got, he reminded the world that he beat Bernie fair and square. He beat him fair and square. Fair and square is how he beat him. Right, David? David said, Plato said one of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. That's what it is. Man, I would just be the most blunt, I would be the most blunt politician known to man. I'd just come out and just be like, you know, it is what it is. Here's the deal, America. People be like, get this guy out of here. He doesn't play the game. Be like, there's no game to play. If we don't do this, we all die, you know? We don't do this, you know? Crypto says I'm not surprised at all that it's this close. There you go. And that's the thing, guys. It's not that we're, you know, I don't know who's going to win this thing. I just think the longer it goes on, that has to help Trump. That's what I think. Longer it goes on, it helps Trump. And that's not my, you know, once again, it's not us. You know, I'll say it, man. I voted green. Give it up for me. I voted green, guys. Okay? It took me a while to think about it, but I said, you know what? 2016, I voted green. I live in Maryland. I voted green. And I said, I'm going to use my vote to help the Green Party. I don't know if it will, but I got to try. It's the cheapest, easiest thing I can do to help try to bring about a third party. And you know I participate with Movement for People's Party with Nick Bronner and Curl. I do that. And I felt it was my duty to support the Green Party. So that's what I did. There you go. So there it is. Wow. Anything else, guys? Green in South Carolina. We got some other people that went green. Dallas Taylor says, I was expecting Trump to be winning on election night after then all the votes were counted. It works out for Biden. Election night is for TV. I don't know, Dallas. Who's winning? Brownman says, hell yeah, I voted green too since 2012. Here it is. And I felt that was what I wanted to do, and I did it. You know? I'm glad I did it, and I don't regret it at all. According to the math, if Trump sweeps Florida, Georgia, Michigan, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Texas, and Wisconsin, he wins. What do you think of a Justice Republican coalition? I have no idea what that is. I like the word justice, though. I support justice. Red Marie, Arizona not called, mainstream media trying to outdo everyone. I don't know. Oh, so we don't know about Arizona yet. Thank you, Rev Marie. And thank you for our help for helping the channel, Rev Marie. Robin Spencer, Little Horn will win and unleash the dogs of the hell for 3.5 years. Oh, my goodness, guys. Joe Famous, Tom Procol just blamed BLM activists who robbed stores and tipped over cars for Trump doing well tonight. I kid you not. Wow. Yeah. It wouldn't have anything to do with Joe Biden. Yeah, I told you, that's what they do, man. That's what they do every election. It's always the black people's fault. That's how it always is. I voted down Biden, but not for president. The lesser two evils, Donald Trump, seems to be doing pretty well. Big Rush, my brother Big Rush out here, right? Democratic down Biden. Okay. BLM gave Trump the boost. Look at this. So now it's BLM got Trump. Woo! Yeah. So you don't think all the people that were galvanized due to the protests, you don't think that helped Biden galvanizing all these people? I think without BLM and without the protests, Biden would have got his ass whipped everywhere. That's what I think. I think you got it wrong. I think without all the uprisings, all of the protests, that Biden would be anywhere. He would have got destroyed. If it wasn't for COVID-19 and then the protests, Biden would have got obliterated. It's the other way, Johnson. The other way. You're so used to blaming anything with black in it, you got to blame BLM. But if it wasn't for the protests and COVID-19, there would be no, Biden would have got obliterated. He would have been a laughing stock. He would have got demolished. Okay? There's your talking point. Take that talking point. Okay? Take that one. That's right. Oh, man, Paula Jean didn't win? Damn. Damn. Now I'm pissed off. Now I'm pissed off. I'm more pissed off about that than anything else. My friend Paula Jean Swearingen did not win tonight. Rev Maurice says Paula Jean did not win. Damn it, man. Cori Bush won. Well, I knew she was going to win because her challenger was, you know? Same thing with Jamal Bowman, right? Monty Chambliss. Thank you, Monty. Appreciate it. Philly hates Joe Biden. Philly hates Joe Biden. I heard that. I heard that, Johnson. All right, guys. All I can tell you is it is 12:21 a.m. Can I get some updates? Let me get some updates to the people, man. Let me see if I can get some updates for you guys. If you're not a member of the Wolfpack, please join the Wolfpack, because if you're the type of person who doesn't think the Democratic Party is doing what it needs to do in order to move the country more to the left, if you don't believe the crap that's put out by the mainstream media, if you don't believe that they're telling you the truth, then maybe this is the place for you. Okay? Because we have something in common. We ain't perfect, but we know that they're lying to us and that we deserve better. And we know that there were problems in this country way before Donald Trump that need to get fixed. We know all those things. The Tim Black Wolfpack is here to fight the good fight, to stay informed, to talk about the real issues, man. That's what we're here to do, Johnson, and we're all Johnsons. We're all Johnsons. So if that sounds like something that you appreciate, that you relate to, go to patreon.com, Tim Sake Live, become a member. Starting only $5 a month. Tired of being lied to? Tired of swallowing this nonsense? Want to feel like you're a part of a group of people that get it and had the courage to stand up for it? Well, join the Wolfpack. You want to be a piece of, want to be a sheep? Want to go with the flow? Want to listen to Jonathan Capehart lie? That's what you want to do? Well, hey, I'm sure the Washington Post will love you. But here, we tell the truth and shame the devil, man. Here, we keep it real. Here, we don't make excuses for the Democrats. And here, we don't kiss Trump's ass. We do neither one. You can do, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do either one of those things. You don't have to kiss butt or make excuses. Neither one. And this feels so good to be free, Johnson. Woo! We are free around here. We are so free. Ain't we all? And I feel like Paul Mooney. What? On says, I wrote in Bernie Sanders and I'm happy about it. I wanted the choice to work. I wanted the chance to work to vote for him, so I took it. Excuse me, guys. I wanted the chance to vote for him, so I took it. I hope he gets some of the additional power out of it. I know people that vote in Bernie. I know people that vote in Bernie Sanders. That's their right. They can do whatever they want to do. I would not shame a single voter for whatever they choose to do in this cheap-ass fake system, in this backwards-ass, undemocratic system. I do not fault an individual for how they choose to show their dissent. I won't do it. I won't shame voters, people with no power, for their dissent in a system that don't give a damn about them. Today should have been a paid holiday. Right there it's bullshit, okay? Right there in your face, it's bullshit. Today should have been a paid holiday. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. So in its face, just on the basis, the very basic, the fact that Election Day is not a paid holiday for Americans. It should be 2 days. 1 day for the people to be working, people that have to work, or the people that have to run it, should get a chance to all cast their votes and be paid for it. And the people that volunteer to work should get money or whatever. But everyone else should have a paid day. We can afford it. The richest country in the world can afford a paid day off for all workers to be able to vote. And anybody who's did their time and is out, at the bare minimum, every person, every citizen, every person should be able to vote. I don't care if you got jaywalking or if you're so marijuana, I don't care what you, look, if you are free and you went to jail, you got out, you should be able to vote. We could talk about people that are incarcerated, but we need to recognize that a lot of people are incarcerated who haven't committed any crime. They haven't even been convicted yet. Okay? So that's another conversation. But on a bare minimum, anybody out should be able to vote. The fact that that's not the case, you want me to be mad at a voter who decided to write in Bernie or vote green? Get out of here. Get the hell out of here. You're not genuine. You're not genuine. You don't have a good faith argument. You're full of it. You watch too much CNN and MSNBC. You want to be the blue checkmark crew. That's what you want to do. This country doesn't even want to make it easy for you to vote. And you want me to have an issue with my sister or brother who decides to use their vote the way they want to use it? Screw you. This whole system is garbage. So that's how, and so what I'm saying is not radical, it's basic. It's just so many of us are so beat down by the system and been lied to so consistently over the years, we forget reality. If they really wanted you to vote, they make it a holiday, wouldn't they? They really wanted you to vote, right? Right? Wouldn't they do that? Very basic, very, very simple solution. But you've been lied to so long, some of these people have been lied to so long, man, that they don't even understand it. Like, oh God, it's not rocket science, man. It's not genius level. It's just basic. If they wanted us to vote, why isn't it a holiday? And why shouldn't everybody get the chance to vote? There it is, Johnson. Hey, very basic. So I will not turn on my brother or my sister, all the Johnsons, because they decide to vote green or stay home or whatever they decide to do, man. How could you be mad at them when you're not mad at your government for making it difficult to vote? For throwing people's votes in the trash. What about that? But you want to be mad at Patricia because she voted green in a 95% red state. You mad at Patricia. It's her fault Biden lost. Get the hell out of here. You're a moron. You're a moron. That's what you are. You are a moron. You have no brains if you're blaming her. Am I wrong, guys? Come on now. Come on now. Am I wrong? Come on. You're blaming us. She said she lives on $800 a month. You're blaming her for voting green, the only party that gives a damn about Medicare for all. She's using her vote for the only party that will help her and her husband's situation. And you blame her for using her vote towards that end. You dirty bastards. You dirty bastards. Now you want to make it her fault that your guy lost. Instead of that guy having policies that helped her and her husband. It's the other way, you dummy. It's the other way. Right? Come on, guys. It's not that we're right. It's not that I'm some wacky progressive that's, just skipping through the field, la 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 la, I'm just believing basic solutions. And I don't feed me the bullshit. And I don't care if it's Angela Rye saying it, or if it's Roland Martin saying it, or if it's Andrew Gillum saying it, or if it's Rachel Maddow saying it, or if it's Chris Hayes is saying it. Sagar, I don't care who's saying it. If it's bullshit, what is it? It's bullshit. And it don't matter who his mouth. Look, hey guys, whoever smelt it, dealt it. Okay? Whoever smelt it, dealt it. We don't go, okay, this person's too nice to deal it. No, if you're there and the smell is coming off of your ass, you need to go to the bathroom. You need to go wipe your ass. Understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. We don't go, oh, well, this person's a woman, so can't be her. Why can't it be her that's stinking? This is the thing. This is the thing we're dealing with. People are loopy. Okay? These establishment, these lies, these neoliberals, these punk-ass liberals, she right there, she stinks. You're sitting there. It smells fine. She walks past you. You go, wow, what was that smell? She sits down. When she sits down, the smell comes up. Woo! You're like, whoa! She needs to wipe her ass. It's no judgment of her. She could be a good person. She stinks. Same thing works for guys. You're sitting there, and the guy walks by. Everything's fine. Things smell good. The guy walks by. God damn, what was that? He sits down. His ass hits the bar stool. Poof, the funk comes up. God, man, go wash your ass. That's all I'm saying. The Democratic Party stinks. Their policies don't go far enough. Instead of blaming me and Patricia from Utah for not supporting it, blame them for stinking. Tell the Democratic Party to wipe their ass. That's all you got to do. Buy them a washcloth for Christmas. Stop telling them to get my votes without washing their ass. Wash your ass, then we'll talk about votes. I have a lady who called up from Utah who says her husband just had surgery or whatever. They got $400 out-of-pocket expenses. They live on $800 a month. Or she does. I don't know how much she does. She gets $800 a month. And she supported the only party that's trying to give her health care. And you blame her because she didn't vote for Joe Biden, but Joe Biden's not giving her any fucking reason to vote for him, but you blame her. In a 95% red state that Trump's going to win anyway. She tries to support the Green Party because they're the only party that gives a shit about her problems. And you blame her and say she's a Trump supporter. Get out. Sit down. And then I got to listen to Jonathan Capehart talk about all the people that didn't vote for Joe Biden and how we could have done a better job. Jonathan Capehart, sit down. Then I got to listen to Joy Reid talk about her vast experience, her lived experience, and blah 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 blah. Sit down, Johnson. Sit down. Right? Yeah. Whoo. That's what they need to do, man. They need to sit down. We cannot make it any simpler, any plainer. What if we just talk until I lose my voice? What if we do that? What if we just keep this going until we lose all sense of time and reality? What if we just go on a talking spree, Tim Black? What if we just continue this conversation? Tim Black, get us to over 1,000 viewers and we will. Let me know I'm at least a tenth as good as David Pakman. He had 7,000 people watching this live stream. If I can get to 1,000, I'll keep talking. That means you care. This just matters. Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Texas, South Carolina, Ohio, Wisconsin. Arizona, I don't know yet, guys. I don't know about Arizona. Someone said it looks like Biden might win it. Last we looked, it was real close in North Carolina. Looks like Trump's going to take Florida and Texas and Ohio and Wisconsin. That's what it looked like. Things could have changed. Things could have changed, Johnson. What I don't like is the people that are going to say, because you don't support Joe Biden, because you're not crying, because you're not on crying about Joe Biden, they're being this close, that we're just Trump supporters. Yeah, obviously, if you're not crying about Joe Biden, then you obviously had to support Trump. How about this? I got one for you. Joe Biden didn't really want to win because the focus was not to win. The focus was not to give in to progressives. The focus was not to allow the Democrats to actually do policy that help people. That's the focus, man. That's what winning the primary was the election for those guys. That was the win to stop Bernie from taking over their party. That was the win. That was their election. This was just a cherry on top if they could win this one. The real goal of the Democratic Party was not to win against Trump. It was to win against Bernie Sanders. That is why Chris Matthews called Bernie supporters brown shirts or Nazis, because they were taking over the Democratic Party. I repeat, guys, we're 9:44. I want everyone in the Wolfpack to tweet this out. Hashtag Tim Black Show, TB Show. Hashtag TB Show. The Democratic Party, their election was back in February. In March, when they took the election away from Bernie Sanders. That was their win. Beating Trump, that's the cherry on top. They're not concerned with that. What they wanted to do was wrestle the Democratic Party out of the hands of progressives and deliver it to the neoliberals. They did that. That's what their goal were. That's why they called us Nazis. They said we were Russian bots. They did everything they could to discredit us because we are their enemy, not the Republicans. We are the ones they hate. If Trump would just shut up, They support him like they support John McCain and John Kasich and George W. Bush. If he would just shut up and stop tweeting, they'd be with him. They'd be in line with him. They'd be cool with Trump if Trump would just shut up and keep the tax breaks going for the rich people. They'd be fine with him. They'd be cool with it. They could pretend to be upset. And him and Chuck Schumer could go out and have drinks and play golf. That's the real deal, man, because the Democrats did not want, they had one goal. The goal was to beat Bernie Sanders. And they did that. Over. Why do you think Joe Biden was in his damn basement? He was in his basement because he had done his job. Do you really think Joe Biden was down to run for to be in office 4 years? Does anyone here really think Joe Biden's going to be with us 4 years from now? I mean, come on. Next thing you do is you tell me the tooth fairy is a real thing. Come on, anybody here delusional enough to think Joe Biden really would be a president for 4 years? Come on. The Democratic Party won their election. Did you like Hamilton? This was Hamilton. This was Lovecraft Country, the musical. Okay? That's what you just saw here. That's what happened here, guys. Get it straight. Keep it 100. Can my people keep it 100 for a second? Are we keeping it 100 here? This is not the David Pakman show. I'm going to tell you shit you don't think about. I'm not going to tell you what you could get on MSNBC and CNN. This is not Sam Cedar. I'm telling you shit you can't get on those shows, okay? This is not what they're going to tell you on TYT. I'm telling you the truth here. This is a private conversation between you and I. I'm not saying those guys aren't great at what they do. They're obviously great at what they do. A lot of people watch them. I'm not saying you should not watch them. That's not what I'm saying. But I tell you shit you don't hear there. Okay? This is why you subscribe here and subscribe there. Because you want to hear this. And what I'm telling you is that the Democratic Party had no intention on winning this election. None. 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 Uno, nuno, baby. You don't think they could come up with better than Joe Biden? You really think that's you really think that? You really think that? Joe Biden's the best they had to offer? They felt that Joe Biden could beat Bernie, and that's all he needed to do. That's why Bernie was out there doing a better job selling Joe Biden than Joe Biden was selling Joe Biden. Joe Biden's on the campaign trail. Once he beat Bernie, he didn't care. He was on the campaign trail insulting voters, telling them to vote for Elizabeth. He was on the campaign trail threatening to fight voters. He threatened to fight voters. Now, Trump did that, it would have been everywhere. Everywhere. He told a voter to disagree with him. You want to go outside? Come on, listen, fat. You want to go outside? I can show you from passing. I'll show you from passing. We'll see if I'm passing. Let's go outside. If Trump would have done that, it would have been over. Somebody took Joe's ass. Obama called Joe up and was like, Joe, hey, Joe. Hey, Joe, what you doing, Joe? Joe. You might need you to run this ball all the way to the end zone. Joe, I know we told you. And he's like, I thought you told me just to beat Bernie. I didn't know I'd have to do more than that. I thought all I had to do was beat Bernie. Yeah, but listen, Joe, we might need you to carry it all the way. Well, we'll get Kamala in there. Kamala take the ball from you, but do your best you can. Take it all the way. Take it all the way. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could. Listen, man, come on, man. Barack, my buddy Barack. Come on, Barack. I did what you wanted me to do. I did it. I did the thing. Thank people Just let it swirl around a little bit. It don't sound crazy when you think about it. Basically, Trump is doing what they want him to do. If he wasn't so embarrassing, they'd be cool with him. If he didn't say shit that made America look stupid sometimes, if it wasn't for that and it wasn't for the tweets, they'd be fine with Trump. They'd be fine with it. Obama, the Democratic Party, just wanted to stop Bernie. And once they done that, no one else cared. Then COVID-19 hit, and they were like, yo, let's play this to our advantage. Maybe we can get Trump out. But that was not the game plan. The initial game plan was to just get rid of Bernie. Destroy Bernie. That was the game plan. And once that was accomplished, COVID-19 presented another opportunity where maybe they could take Trump out. Okay? That's what it presented. What you're watching now is bonus. You're in bonus play. This is bonus time, guys. Accept it. Let's go to comments. Hope that makes sense, man. Hope that makes sense, Johnsons. We carrying signs. Thank you. Art, thank you. Art. Barbara says, Tim, keep me sane in the morning. In the coming 4 years, please. You've done so well so far. Thank you. Brownie says, the Democratic Party is the truth for suppressing the left. There. What? Wow. Hey, Brown. We are sharing the same headspace right now. You understand what I'm saying? We're on the same wavelength. It's crazy what's going on right now. They might not have always been true, but it's been true as long as I've been alive. There it is. SK, Tim Black People's Party for President 2024. I don't know about that, but I love you, SK. Thank you. Need to Turner go run to 2024. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is, guys. Rev Marie says, we feel good about where we are. We believe we are on the track to win this election. It ain't over until every vote is counted. Who said that, Rev Marie? Was that Trump or was that Biden? Who said it, Rev? That's from Joe Live. Okay. Well, thank you, Reverend Reed, for the update. Joe Biden, with encouraging words to his excited base of supporters who believe that he can still do it. He wants to keep everybody's, keep them on a positive note, make everybody feel better about what's happening. I'm staying with my prediction. The longer this goes on, it benefits Trump. The end. The end. We're at 978, guys. We didn't quite cross it, but I think we did well enough to pat ourselves on the back. We did a damn good job of bringing people out tonight. Remember, become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack by going to patreon.com, Tim Sake Live. Subscribe to this channel. I don't know, maybe you weren't convinced. I don't know, maybe not convinced, but I thought we did a good job tonight. I think we have a very unique show. I know I have a unique point of view because it's an honest point of view that's not contrite, it's not played up, it's not ginned up, it's not full of a bunch of flowery words, full of bullcrap. I'm not auditioning for MSNBC, right? I'm just being myself. We got a community of people that just be themselves. We speak truth to power. We open up phone lines. People call in. We talk. We keep it real. If that sounds like a place you would like to be, subscribe to the channel, check out a couple more shows. Nothing's going to really change. We're very consistent. We don't kiss the Democrats' ass or the Republicans' ass. We just call it the way we see it. It makes us sleep well at night. It feels good not to be a sellout. And I hope you join us. This is a place for people who won't sell out. The end. I love you guys. Remember, don't let nobody take your cornbread. Remember that we're all Johnsons. Remember, black people need something for their vote. And if not, you don't deserve their vote. Remember, if you can't run on your record, maybe you should have got a better record. If Joe Biden can't run on his record, maybe he should have made a better record. If Kamala Harris can't run on a record, maybe she should have made a better record. Trump, stop telling me you're the best thing that ever happened to black people since Abraham Lincoln. You forgot the thing called the Voting Rights Act of 1965. You ain't had no parts in that back when you were stopping black people from moving in your shitty apartment buildings. Please, guys, don't be fooled. Let's not be idiots. Let's not let somebody repeat a lie 100 times and you just buy into it because you heard it a lot. Let's not do that. He still put Betsy DeVos over the education of students when this woman is cutting all types of benefits and making it harder for people to get out of their college debt. And then talk about he gave some money to an HBCU. Meanwhile, you put Betsy DeVos over the Department of Education, and she makes it harder for students to discharge debt, right along with Joe Biden. So let's keep that real, guys. He gave basically a Republican donor who gave a boatload of money to the Republican Party, who's all for private schools, made her the big teacher, the teacher of the country. She's horrible. So that's just one thing he did that's not great. It's just one. There are many more. But as long as we can keep it real about these issues, and that we don't owe anybody our integrity, and we're not going to lie for anyone, as long as that's our agreement. That's our agreement, Johnson. That is our agreement. Whew. Robin Spencer, thank you, Robin. Thank you, Adam. Thank you for your commitment this past year. Let's go. She said, Toasted 2024. I'll read it. Oh, man, I don't know about that, though. I don't know, man. But I'll read it. Corey, Tim Black tweet Hassan, he wants to hear from you. Contact him on Twitter. He was Bernie, bro. I feel you. I feel you. That's it, guys. I'm going to go see if Mrs. Black. I already know she checked out mentally from this process. South Dakota and Montana legalized marijuana, make up things. So Arizona, South Dakota, and Montana. Oregon legalizes or decriminalizes all drugs. What a night. Guys, what a night. When I was in Portland, Oregon, guys, let me tell you something. I was in Portland, Oregon, performing stand-up comedy. Yeah, I do political stand-up comedy, right? With a political bent to it, right? Talk about social shit, also make jokes about politics. It was funny. I was in Portland, Oregon, and I'm going to tell you something, guys. I was offered so much marijuana. I just want you to know. Everybody grows their own weed in Portland, Oregon. There's so many ladies who grow their own weed came up to me with their own weed, their own strains of weed with their own names. This is Bernie Sanders. This is Bernie Sanders. This is the Ben and Jerry's blend. People had all types of stuff, right? This is the Green New Deal, Johnson. Here's some black. Here goes some Green New Deal. My own personal blend. It's like, God, man. Everybody had weed. Everybody had weed in Portland. Portland is just a mecca of marijuana, man. I'm trying to tell you, Johnson. Everyone had weed. It really was amazing. I'm a person who can't be under any influence and perform. I'm not that guy. I'm a person, I can't drink a beer and do a show. I'm just serious, man. Like afterwards, we all went out and had beers and stuff. But before a show, I can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? But I just want you to know, man, Portland gets it in. I mean, yeah, it's maybe a flower of a state, but they know how to get high. They know how to get high in Portland. I love you guys. I appreciate you spending time with me tonight. There's a lot of places you could be, but you chose to be here with Tim Black, and I want you to know I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted, not a single time out. I try to do my best to leave it all on the field every time out. And I'll see you tomorrow. All right? All right, Wolfpack. Victor says, Obama nailed the three-pointer in Flint, Michigan. He said, I guess that wasn't enough to sway Flint voters because Trump won. He won Flint. Yeah, he hit that three-pointer, huh? Yeah. Yeah, he drank that water, too. He pretended to drink the water to mock the kids who got brain damage from the shitty pipes and the toxic water. Corey says, Hassan wanted burning. And you'd be great to bring on he watches you on your stream sometimes. That's what's up. Hassan. Okay. I don't know who Hassan is, but I'll check him out. Great news, guys. All right, I'm going Sign of the Times. All my moderators, thank you so much. Tammy LeBlanc, thank you as well. My New York City girl, thank you. Yogi, thank you. Bo Zonstein, thank you. All the Tim Black Wolfpack, thank you so much. Oh, people who are members of the Speak On It group on Facebook. The group had become overrun with drive-by posters to the point where we weren't reaching anyone anymore. So I made a decision that we're going to curate and make sure the posts are posts that people want to see. As we retool the group, this was my decision. Don't blame Buck. Don't blame Joy. I did this because I looked and I saw that there was no reach in the group anymore, that people were just posting random stuff. No one was reading it, and it wasn't reaching anyone. So I decided to retool it. I encourage everybody to join the Tim Black Speak On It group, but it will be different going forward because I want it to actually be helpful. I want it to be supportive, and I want us to actually be able to amplify messages. Also to support the show, but also support others, such as Breonna Joy Gray, Nina Turner, Paula Swearingen. I want us to have a reach in order to support our people. So that's what's happening, guys. Oh, my God. Someone says Trump is declaring victory. Just like Pete Buttigieg, huh? Huh, Democrats. Look, man, the Democrats are crying foul right now. They didn't cry foul when Pete Buttigieg did it. He did the same thing, and you let him do it. Now you're going to say Trump's still in a democracy. Because it was against Bernie. So you didn't care that Pete Buttigieg came out and declared victory against Bernie when he hadn't won. Now Trump's doing it, and watch him complain. And if you bring up the fact that Pete did the same thing and the Democrats sanctioned it, they're going to say you're a Trump supporter. Ta-da! Because that's what they do, Johnson. You can't make this shit up. I love you. I'll see you on the next one. Shout out to the Wolfpack. I got nothing but love for you. I'll see you soon, Johnson. It ain't nothing but the truth, baby. They don't like it, but they can't deny it. Wolfpack.
Are you? Shit.